any of that. I'm just saying on Sundays, I don't want you here.
But that's bullshit. It's bullshit.
It's not bullshit. You weren't invited in the first place.
Is he allowed? Is he allowed to call
I was
in?
here from the beginning.
And you were unwanted from the beginning. And I kept thinking you'd get better, and you didn't. You washed out.
CEO even said it himself that I've gotten better.
I don't think he did.
They just mentioned that earlier.
No, there's a lot of shows here that were definitely better because Jay was on. There's a lot of times where he did disrupt something you wanted to do. But it should be like a situational.
We got old middle of the road Ross.
Yeah, because I gotta be the middle of the road guy, or I could just be the out of it guy.
He doesn't really stick up for me, so.
No, I'm just telling you, 1-to-1 with apologies is me and CEO show, and I don't want you here.
But you have 10 people on here. You can't say none of your arguments are valid.
So Christopher.
Yeah.
I'm telling Jay he needs to either not be on the show or be restricted to like the last hour. But I don't want him here all the time.
I find it funny though. I find it bizarre in that you have these problems with Jay and you don't consider him a part of the universe or whatever, or you do. And you'll never promote Joe Booney, but you love Don A. And Don A.
Can we be fair?
It just seems a little crazy.
Let's be fair and go back.
It's funny that I'm like one of the number one parts of the Don A show too, and if you love that, you love me.
And I don't.
No, look, if we go back,
another strike against you.
We go back. There was a time CEO wanted to get rid of Jay, and you used to kind of give CEO shit for it, Ian.
Yeah,
Ross is right about that.
He is right because it was early on, and I was like, no, he'll get better.
So what's really going on with you, Ian?
I've run out of patience for how bad you are.
Why are you making me your punching bag?
I don't want you to be my punching bag. I don't want you to be my punching bag. I want you to leave. I won't even talk shit about you. Just leave.
Jay, is it possible that you'd get be received better by Ian if maybe you were just a guest on the show sometime?
I can't believe how I was received.
I mean, I'm not on here all the time, and I'm not annoying him all the time. But
I feel like
enjoy this show because it's a good time.
I can't believe how I was received.
I mean, most of the time I am on here because it's a good time and it's a good day to do a show. Like, I enjoy it.
You could do your own show and compete with Ian if you guys don't get along.
That would be dope. You should do that.
I feel like I get.
Helen, what's going on, man? You there? Helen?
What's up, gangbanger? Yeah, sorry. I'm super sick, dude, and I saw the title of your thing, so I was like, hey, Don A. I was like, I have a good authority on this whole coronavirus shit. I'm sick.
Do you really have it?
I don't know if I have coronavirus, but I went to the hospital for chest pains yesterday, and then when I got home, I saw my white blood cell count, it's super high, and I took a nap. I woke up an hour later, and I'm, like, super sick. Like, I went into work today, and my boss like, just go home, dude. Like, I don't want you to get everyone sick.
Today was the first day that I kind of got a little bit freaked out about it. Not, just slightly. Before I was like, this is bullshit. It's just like the Ebola. It's just a scare.
Right.
But
Ebola, nothing really came of that, dude. It was like 2 people in the U.S. or some shit like that, right? And now it's like, this is actually happening.
And if you look at, it's like the stock market thing alone is like, it's crazy, dude. It's like, the stock market's plunging.
Yeah, man. It's fucking devastating for a lot of people.
It's like
all of Italy's on lockdown. All of Italy. Like, all of it.
That's what's scary, and then so people just keep getting more and more, and like me, like I've got a sinus infection right now, but I'm not fucking, like I sneeze and like shit like that and cough around people, and they're like, oh shit. I'm like, no, I promise, dude. Yeah. I get this every like early spring, late
like allergies, kind of.
Yeah, it's usually grass mold is what gets me. As soon as like the snow starts to melt around here, there's all this mold, and it goes away as soon as the sun comes out for like a week or whatever. But man, between that and pollen, it fucks me up, dude. Like I wake up in the morning and my shit's just like it feels like there's a giant. This is gross. I hope nobody's eating. A giant like booger in the back of my between my like throat and my nose.
Yeah.
Dude, oh fuck. And I gotta sit there and be like and like it's oh, is that your bot in there?
Yeah, it's just a bot.
But yeah, dude, it's like there. I looked up the stats. There's like 114,280 known cases as of yesterday, and 4,000 of those resulted in deaths. But 62,000 people have recovered from that shit. So that's kind of like a little bit, and once you recover from that shit, you're probably fucking immune to it. What people are freaked out about, though, is that it can mutate. Like, it's only, like, killing old people right now, mostly, But that strain can, like, mutate in an old person and then fucking attack young people.
Yeah.
That was a good not Wendy says that was a good remix. Oh fuck. I don't know what happened that last stream, dude. I started I've been fucking around with this new YouTube beta thing, and I don't know if I had the screen up. I have it up now, but it just started going ape shit on me. Do you use Voice Meter Banana?
Voice Meter. I use Voice Meter something. I don't know if it's called.
Oh yeah, you use it then. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I had it, everything set the same, but I'm not fucking around. Oh, good. Okay, now I'm into my chat. I'll respect the chat for a second. Cynthia says Italians are just really germ conscious. Is that true, Don? Hey, we got those masks 2 for 1. Oh, that's the other thing too. Is fucking like all the people are going and buying up a bunch of shit. Like nobody. Mainly, I get it too. It's because you just don't want to go out there and have to get shit and touch carts and shit like that once this shit is out there.
Helen. Sorry, Click. Helen.
Yeah.
Do you like your penis?
Oh, hey, what's up, Frank? Yeah, why? What's going on?
Do you want to keep it?
I don't know what you're talking about, and I've heard some rumors. I've heard some rumors that somebody flashed their dick
on my motherfucking stream. I will come to your little shop, and I will cut your little pee-pee off.
Sounds like Frank's jealous.
Funky, dude. I think he is jealous of whoever that dick, because that was a magnificent dick, I heard. I don't know, really. I wasn't there for it.
See, I do like a radio show. Theater of the Mind. Helen's flashing his dick right now.
I am playing with it. I'm flapping it in the wind.
Yep.
I want to make a song called Flapping Dicks in the Wind, or something like that. Something with wind flapping and penis.
Oh shit, Sam Hill should be careful. The elderly are susceptible to corona.
You guys know I found Sam Hill and everything about him, his whole fucking biography.
What do you mean?
Did you not get
him?
Oh, no. Alexander Octopus Cortez already doxed him, was his real. But no, I found a write-up of Sam, how he talked about going to get his Filipino wife.
Oh, okay. Where'd you find that at?
I just Googled a few things. It was the needle in the haystack.
How do you know? Oh, never mind. I won't go any further. I'll let people kind of find that shit on their own, but that's interesting. So if you guys are interested in that, go to, what do you got, a stream that where all that's still up?
I think I streamed last night? Oh, wait, no. It was on, wait a minute, was it when Ross had 15, 20 people in Discord on Helen DeKeller's stream?
So did Sam write a book? He's actually an author?
No, he wrote a whole fucking memoir on how he went and his first wife took the kids and left him from the house in California, and how he went to go get his wife in a little grass hut village with 1,800 people. Oh,
he should write a biography.
Badass. Helen DeKeller was there. He heard it, and it's on his live streaming it. Weren't you, Helen?
Sure.
Do you remember you were there when I was talking about Sam, or were you not?
I was there. I don't remember if I live streamed it, but I probably did.
Okay, because Belland told me to be careful not to say anything, but I said I wasn't going to say his name. But yeah, I'm going to get more into it on Friday night on Don A. And basically, Sam has been exposed.
But it doesn't sound like he's exposed as a liar. It sounds like he's exposed as he's been telling the truth, or what?
He's exposed. He's the man. Yeah. He's not his age. He is in his 60s. But other than that,
can you clip that? He's the man. Yeah.
Other than that, Sam Hill is the man.
So is this?
Right.
I don't know. Does this break him or make him? I mean, it sounds like he's just a badass.
This
cool
makes
guy,
him. He's above 60. His woman, is three decades his age. She was. Put it this way. She's 23. Sam is above his 60s.
He
did good.
Do you think Hostbusters was right to dox him like that? To give out his first name?
He just got doxed with his first name, right?
Yeah, just his first name.
Well, I don't think it's doxing somebody if you don't give out all of their information. I mean, because how many people have called CEO by his first name?
But
how many
didn't
people
that help
know his first name?
Didn't that aid in your investigation?
No.
Am I echoing at all? Just so I can fix something.
No, Frank is. He's on his speakerphone, so we're coming through.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure I'm not echoing or anything.
Nope, you sound good.
Okay.
What's up, Dirty Rob? How you been?
Pretty good, man. How you doing? I'm just waiting for these things to kick in.
These things.
Hey, Rob, how you doing? You sound good.
Good. I'm good. I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
When you say these things, what are you talking about here?
The mushrooms that I took. Well, the capsules I took.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, see, and I think because I took them in capsules, I'm wondering
it's going to take an extra 20 minutes.
A time delay with them because my eyes are starting to get more dilated. I
kind of have chinky eyes.
How many grams?
2.5, just 2.5. So it's not a crazy.
That's
dose.
Nice. Yeah, but it's nice
enough to get you fucked up.
Yeah, it's enough that at some point I'm gonna be fucking just ooh, I'm not gonna feel too good. Or I'll feel great, but
I do shroom, but when I do, I take 8 grams.
Do you really?
Did you get them from Cosmic?
No, I got them from some friendly source on some kind of website that takes Tor to open.
Oh shit! Hold on, I gotta fucking cough and spit. I know that's horrible. I'll be right back.
Swallow.
Right.
Swallow it. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's
Helen,
cool.
Helen, keep your dick in your pants. Keep your dick in your pants.
I feel like it's a little easier to get it from, because in Michigan right now it's the middle of winter, so it's you got to get them from some dickhead who's gonna overcharge. And these for 2.5 grams, it was $17. So I was like, that's really reasonable. I can't not get that.
Yeah, it'd be
So
25
they already came
here.
in capsules, or did you put them in the capsules?
They sent them in the capsules, so I was like, that's even more
Jesus.
convenient.
That doesn't
Wait
scare
a
you a
second.
little bit. It could be something else.
Fuck.
You didn't put them in yourself.
I was a little worried.
Mushrooms?
I was a little worried, but the guy has really good feedback.
Reputable?
Yeah, real reputable. Yeah.
These are the best drugs I've ever bought on the mail before, ever.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm gonna let you go. I gotta go to bed. Bed. Snoop Dogg, Helen, Dirty Rob, you guys have a good night. Chat.
You too,
Thanks.
man.
He
Talk
even
to you later.
respects
Bye.
the boss.
Thanks,
What
thanks.
a gentleman.
What a nice guy.
What do you guys think about all the gas prices? Fucking dude, they're gonna get even cheaper too. It's bad. So basically the Russians and the Saudis, in 2016 when oil went down to $30 a barrel, they were like, this isn't cool, man. There's too much oil out there. So they made a pact. And just the same way that you know how there's tons of diamonds out there, but it's all controlled by just a certain group of people, right? They control the market. Yeah. They were like, we're going to do that with oil. And so they made that, that's why gas prices went up to a reasonable price. They were in $3.30 a gallon, basically, around that. And but now, dude, they're like, fuck it, we're done. And so the oil went straight down to 30 again, and that's what caused that huge fucking sell off in the market today. The market's what's kind of scary more than the fucking than the actual fucking coronavirus. People are
I didn't know that about the oil. It dropped again.
Oh yeah, it's down to $30 a barrel. That's what gas is $2 a gallon right now. Most places.
Oof, man, it's about to get so cheap.
Oh yeah. At $30, I'm thinking about $1. It's gonna get down to $1.69 around here probably, at least.
Yeah, about $1.50 a little south then.
And then it's gonna jump up again, but it's nuts, dude. It's like the 90s.
At least
I remember paying that price for gas when I first started driving. Don
At
probably
least
remembers
like
paying 80 cents a gallon.
yeah, gas in the middle where I'm from was like garbage cheap. It was like I don't know, like 35 cents for a gallon, if that, because it's like well we're right next to it. We just there's not really much importing going on. It's like you just got to go pick up the oil.
Well, what happens too is it was when it drops that low, American oil companies they can't. They're sitting on oil now. They can't sell it. They got to compete, and they got to sell it for fucking cheaper to the refineries. But then usually what they'll do is they're like, okay, fuck it, we're sitting on a huge reserve of oil. We're gonna shut down, wells. It's like we're done. We're done drilling for a while. There's no point. I can't get rid of this shit anyway. Why would I pay a bunch of people to keep drilling it out of the ground? So it's I don't know. We'll see what happens. But right now it's kind of fucking crazy, dude. Feels like the beginning of like a zombie movie. It's like fucking Daisy or whatever.
You know what's
Daisy
really
Dukes? Yeah.
what's really scary is the fear people have in the stock market. Everybody's just getting out and fucking just leaving it in mass, and everybody's like, "Well, I guess I have to go back to work now that the fucking market's failed."
That's what I was gonna ask Don is how that's affecting him, because I'm sure he's got a lot of money in the stock market or diversified. It's like because a lot of people, what you can do is you just wait, and then wait till it hits the very bottom where you think it's gonna be, and then you just keep buying. You don't even sell. So I don't know, because when the economy's bad, it's a buyer's market. Everybody, there's dirt cheap houses, all kinds of shit. I mean, it's a tragedy, I guess, but people are.
Some people come out smelling really good at the other side of this kind of shit.
Yep, you just gotta wait it out. You guys got anything funny to talk about? I guess I brought it right down. Lost all my viewers right away. Frank took all of his fucking guru people with him.
I just want to hear Dirty Rob tell us about life and philosophy and why the social construct of
we could do that
of humans is going to be our downfall.
We'll get there at some point. I'm fairly certain.
No, I'm sick, man, so I don't got much to say. I'm just going to be like 6 mic here.
That's cool. Hopefully Bellin can get on. I don't know. I wonder if Z's live right now. I bet he is.
Nah, it's too late. It's too late, I think. I'll look.
I gotta get up in the morning, stupid. Take care of my children. Dad's going out to
he
make
ended
the
it an
buff.
hour ago.
Oh, I found a really cool. I'm not a big Reddit guy, but I found this. I fuck around on there a little bit because I'm trying to get into it. It's like a good place to farm ideas, I guess. But there's this one r/too afraid to ask. It's pretty badass. They post something like every 15 minutes or 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and sometimes you get a really fucked up thread that's on there. But oh shit, I'll just go on there and look for a second. We'll find a good one.
Some of those are really hilarious. Some of those Reddit threads with some of those unpopular opinion Reddits. Those you can.
There's a r/Mersh one. I think Ian Ellis runs that one.
Really?
Find this one.
Too afraid to ask.
Like there'll be fucked up ones. Like people will go on there and oh I think I stretched my butthole out too far, and stuff like that. And it's like right off the rip on this one it says the mod says, regardless of quote-unquote hypothetical speaking, telling another user how to kill or harm themselves or others will result in your permanent ban. It's like, Jesus Christ. That's a good thing to have on Reddit. So, right here's the first one. Is it bad that whenever I hear BBC, the channel isn't the first thing my mind associates it with? It's definitely... I mean, I always think about that shit. I remember I asked Sam Hill one time, I was like, dude... You should go into the BBG, man. I'm telling you, I think that you'd do well there. I think you'd dominate the bring back group for Red Bar. And he's like, oh, BBG, this clique, he's always talking about cock. I'm like, no, dude. I'm talking about Red Bar. He's like, Sam was going to start his own channel.
Yeah, that's what I heard. He's in your Discord right now chatting.
Oh. What a punk.
You
can get in here. Let me tell him to get on. I don't know if he's listening to the show. Don't be scared, Sam.
No, it's not
you don't have to dominate. Helen Keller, do you think it's possible to have friends of the opposite sex, or is it just like or are you just keeping them like on the?
I think it's very rarity. It's very rarity to have that, but I think it's possible. Yeah, I think there can be platonic relationships. Usually, I think it would start off as like not that though. You know what I mean? But eventually, you're like, oh, like, I like this girl. She can go be with whoever and like.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Best
like,
friends, like,
can you actually be completely comfortable or happy with that chick if she is your friend getting plowed out by another dude? Like that's the thing.
I know what you're saying, but if you have your own girl, it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like best friends with Ben. Yeah, you get it, kind of.
You're like, hey, listen, I understand that you're with a guy and I'm with somebody, but if this was to ever like, you know, go bad,
break off, like yeah,
we could definitely get it on. And it's weird how you have that click in your head, like between two people, like you just like, yeah, you know, I know, and you know, it's like just like a mutual agreed thing that you already know it's smash time if things go the other way. But that's what I'm saying. Like I think that's always like, for most, at least for me, I think that's like always a possibility. Otherwise, I'm like, I would definitely distance myself from that person if that wasn't a possibility. I'd be like, if that ain't gonna go down, why am I even talking to you right now? It's like, it's crazy. I guess maybe if you have lesbian friends, a lot of friends.
How many bitches are cool with like you having multiple girlfriends nowadays?
Right, that's the other thing too.
Polyamorous bitches, that's something that's growing really quick. I'm fine with that. It's like, damn, if a girl wants to date me and a lady at the same time, you know how fucking cool that would be.
Yeah. Would you be cool? Like, what if she was like, what if the girl had like a humongous strap on though? Would you be? You'd be like,
I wouldn't be involved in any of that play.
No, not against you. On your girl.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's whatever they're doing. I don't care. I'd be like, sorry, my girlfriend's busy tonight. What she's doing? I think she's having sex with her girlfriend, which is pretty cool.
You go in after though, and you gotta like beat it against the walls and shit. It's like, oh
yeah, just
fuck.
like throwing hot dogs.
Yeah, she's just like, she's got like one of those fuck machines, just like. Yeah, Sam, get in here, man. What does he say? Peace out. Oh, I didn't say you were 60, Sam. No way, man. I think you're a beautiful man, aged 37 years.
You're one of the biggest believers in the Brad Pitt thing.
It has to be true, right? I mean, I have no evidence against it. He's, DeRosa's got all the details, right? You guys ever hear anything?
Oh yeah, Sam Hill, come on here and defend yourself, Sam Hill. We think we found out who you are.
Sam, yeah, get on here. Do you know what DeRosa's talking about when he talks about this thing that you wrote? Is this all bullshit? Get on and defend yourself like a man, not like a pussy man.
It looks pretty legit to me, man.
His daughter is 44. See, Tom even wants you to get on here, man. The chat's like at your back, man. They want you. Everybody's supporting you.
Yeah, I want Sam to come on. That'd be awesome. And
maybe you can maybe you can do me that favor and read that story. That'd be cool. That'd be righteous. He was oh man, I'm gonna get some weed out. Where the fuck did I put it? I don't know. I feel like my streams are too quiet.
I just did a big dab.
I need static or something and the white noise. I don't know. There's got to be something. Oh, I know what I'll do right now. Not until Sam gets on, but while we're harassing him to get on, I'll play a Joe Rogan clip that I put this one out a while ago just as like a dumb fucking clip. But now it's like getting popularity. It's at like 11,000 views. And Don A has the top comment on this video. With like,
really, what'd he say?
Yeah, let me get in there real quick.
You know if you quit because you actually quit. You gave up on yourself. And that's And nobody can really judge that for you. And I think that's an important lesson, and that's how you make it through buds, because you never had a choice.
Why? I don't think there's a way you can get through what I've heard described and while having a plan B. Like, I hope I get through.
Basically, Don says, he's like, "What's up with that guy? Why is he pinching a penny in his eye?" It's like everybody. I think he's got like 23 likes or 35. I can't remember. But he's the top comment. That's another thing I want to encourage everybody to, like Red Bar does this, and it's really smart. Every time he puts an upload on there, like he'll have people get on there and put like, obvious adversarial things, things just things that fucking make people go irate, right?
Yeah.
Those types of comments, because when people who aren't in this community see those, they don't know you guys are all buddies. They're just like, you know what? You're a dickhead, motherfucker. Why would you even think that? And it really gets the video, like,
some traction because the comments get it.
Yep, the hate.
It's in play.
The hate's strong. They like that. They'll share it and be like, go fucking, look what this asshole said to me. They'll show their friend all that kind. I mean, that's just the way it works. I got to turn Rob up a little bit. My bad. There we go.
Yeah, I also sometimes talk away from the mic like an idiot. So.
No, that's all right. I've been trying, like, the last stream that I did, I was, like, ear raping everybody. I messed with my mic settings. I was trying to get everything dialed in. I think I got it good now, but every time I talk, it was like I had a megaphone behind this fucking Blue Yeti, dude. It was a little bit outrageous. But yeah, this clip right here that I was playing, I heard him talking shit to, it seems like anytime Joe Rogan gets a chance to, he'll bring up the fact that some fighters shouldn't be fighting. It's like, and I'm like, all right, here's another example where he's saying this. And I'm like, who else could he be talking about other than Brendan Schaub? So I clipped it up here. Let me play a little bit more of it.
This.
Yeah.
I always talk about it like bandwidth. And I would say to people, like, if you want to really do something, you only have let's pretend you have like a certain amount of juice, like your juice is 100, and when it's fully on you have 100. Well, if you take 30 of it and you put it towards this and another 20 and you put it towards that, well, guess what, you think you're all in, but you're really only 50.
Now this is something I actually agree with him, and like my dad always told me, because I'm interested in so many things, and I guess you could say I'm talented in a lot of different areas. I'm like an inch deep and a mile wide. But he's like, you that's fine. You can be like that, but if you never like narrow and focus on one thing, you'll never be the best at it, right? And he's right. It's like you spread yourself too thin. You got a lot of hobbies, Rob?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think my main hobby would be writing, which a lot of people I don't really share that very often because I'm not publishing anything once I start publishing everything, I'm just gonna share everything I've written. So it's one of those things where I do a lot of that in my time sitting at the computer.
What would you say you write?
A lot of Discord.
What's your genre of writing?
Poetry.
Okay.
I really like poetry. I know that comes out of nowhere to a lot of people. It's like, oh, okay.
No, I get it.
And I like writing epic poems too.
No, I know you're an English major, so that's not too crazy.
It's something I've always really liked the idea of, like Beowulf and like the Iliad, the Odyssey. Those are epic poems, and I'm like, I could easily just like write one of those.
Right. Now, would you want to be writing it? Would you want to be like derivative and just write like a book that sells, or would you want to really just be passionate and like, put everything you got into it and be very original and try to be the next like, Hemingway or Tolkien or something like that? And then maybe miserably fail.
What I think it's going to be more of what you just said. It's a potential crash and burn. Because it's going to be a very because it's an epic poem. It's already the form that it's presenting, and that's a big challenge in and of itself. Getting people to be like, oh yeah, well, I'll read a 200-page plus epic poem. That sounds like a good fucking time. Not really, but
you guys remember that Ty Lopez guy,
the garage guy? Here in my garage.
Here in my garage. Knowledge. Right. Lamborghini.
Yeah, so I finally clicked on one of his things and I was like, let's look into this guy. Now he says he reads a book a day, right? Now he admits that, listen, what I mean when I say I read a book a day is I actually just read a synopsis of a book, right? Or like a quick summary of a book. And it's like,
which I guess is fair.
Well, it's better. Well, he said most books are written because to make money, right? So there might be 3 or 4 or 5 maybe quote unquote original thoughts in that book, but you can't just sell a hardcover of 3 or 4 original thoughts, right? So you've got to put a bunch of bullshit in there. Let's be honest. You got to put filler in there.
There's a lot of fluff. Yeah, there's a lot of fluff in books.
So
someone who
go ahead.
It's mainly writers basically going, all right, I have to show you, not tell you what's going on, man. I gotta give you the picture instead of just being like he's making toast. Instead, they'll write it as like he grabs 2 slices of bread and from out the toaster and puts bread on it, or it's just like, well, he said he ate some toast. Why can't it just be that?
They underestimate the imagination of the reader, and maybe they have to do that. And they have to, because you got to. That's why I like short stories, right? But back to the point of Ty Lopez, he says, "Well, fuck it. Why sit there and waste my time reading one book, and taking me like possibly a week and a half or 2? Let's say you're a busy person, which most of us are, a month to read the motherfucker, when I can take the points that somebody who is maybe far more educated than myself has read the book and taken all the points out of it and summarized it for me, and then maybe I can read fucking 10 books that day, and that way I feel like there's more value in that. And I think he's got a point,
I do too. As someone who actually like reads a lot of English literature, I'll be very honest, I've read more books via a website called Grade Saver than anybody should read books.
This is high douchebag counsel.
Kenny, you gotta take it easy. I'm gonna mute you if you derail the conversation. I'm just gonna let you know that. Do you read books, Kenny?
A gentle giant.
If you came into my show and said something funny, I would never mute you.
I didn't mute you.
You said something funny so far, Kenny. What's up, Kenny? Have you read any books lately, Kenny?
I just know that sometimes you like to make the stream about, Kenny.
No. Just did a video about the coronavirus puppet doctor. Travis.
All right, can I check that out?
Yeah, you can check it out. I came up with a new stock a little bit. That's Travis's doctor.
Don't ruin it, Kenny. Just let him play it. I'll post it in general. He just posted this. He posted this less than a minute ago.
Is it in my Discord?
It is now.
Okay, sweet.
It is now.
All
I first shared it to Lost Dog. That's right.
It's just going to take me a second to get it on screen.
That's why I muted. I was listening to it.
Hey, everyone. Ken TV.
Oh, shit.
Coming to you at a crucial time in
he's a tiny little
history. Lots of people have the coronavirus. Recently, it said that Travis TV, Helen the Cower, got the coronavirus.
Did he just leave?
So let's see what the puppets have
Did
to
he?
say.
What the fuck? Why did he leave?
Hello? Yes. Hey, everybody. I am Travis's doctor, and he definitely has the coronavirus. Trust me, I was wearing a mask when I looked him over, and he has it. This may not be very jokey, but
Kenny, shooting horizontal,
man.
man.
Never showers has the coronavirus.
Hold your guns
Hopefully
this
he's
way.
Young
Hold your
and
phones
mostly
this way.
healthy.
Yes.
This was not surprising at all. So this is his doctor saying, "Hey, you fucking cunt, take care of yourself, and you won't get the coronavirus." All right.
I feel bad because I hurt Kenny's feelings, but I was like, we were like deep into something, and like I felt like, yeah, okay, we're like vibing right now, and then Kenny's like,
Don't feel bad. There's nothing to feel bad about. But you do have to remember, in his defense, I don't think he's trying to make it about himself. He just doesn't know how to, hold the conversation.
It's part of the
wait
disease.
to hear what people are talking about. Yeah.
See, look at how fucking shitty my stream is. I gotta, the goddamn. I want to fuck with StreamYard, but at the same time, I don't know. I like being able to like capture other shit if I want to too, and like moving like I don't know, images and shit on the screen, and you just can't do that.
I have a hard thing with OBS where I'm like, I don't want to give up on OBS yet.
Yeah, I just gotta get better.
I want it to get a little better, but I want them to steal what StreamYards is doing. Like they still can, but I don't know if they have the ability.
I like watching streams where people do StreamYards. It's definitely, it's clean.
It's completely taken over everything. Like even sports streams that I watch, it's completely the new norm. Everybody.
What I would like is if there was more competition with StreamYards, you know, and then StreamYards would have to get better. Wait, what?
They seem to have improved wildly already.
Yeah, it's cool. Like, so what can you change themes and shit like that on there too? Like backgrounds, all kinds of shit like that.
Bit. I think I'm finally starting to come up a little bit. I'm getting a little bit of like, you know, that good heady feeling when you take shrooms, like when you're like, all right, I think I'm finally starting to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy my video?
Yeah, I thought it was funny. I always.
Yeah, good job, Kenny.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Cosmic's here.
And if you look at the video part of it, there is a new puppet, Travis's daughter.
There was gross slander against Cosmic today on the Kyle stream.
Oh, really?
Wait a minute. Wait, whoa. Hold on. Slander?
Hey, what's up, Cosmic Cam?
Hey, what's on? Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep,
Am I low?
I've
been fucking
beautiful.
Okay. Okay,
Your
good deal.
28-year-old
What did Kyle say
strong.
about me?
Dude, Cosmic, I don't know if you got the tags in Ross Dog's Discord, but man, Kyle was going off on you today.
What was he? He was going in?
Yeah, he was saying, hold on.
Calling me all types of motherfuckers and bitches and
He
shit?
was calling you a pedophile, a crackhead.
He called you two bitches.
I call it a pedophile. I don't know.
And a crackhead because you sold your ukulele to wash windows and get cracked.
Oh, I have my ukulele right here next to me. It's a nice.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, Kenny.
Kyle's unique in his burns, man.
If you scroll back up to, hold on, where was it at?
Okay, I need to go check the tags. I guess I didn't even look at my tags.
It's at about 9 o'clock in the Discord. He just goes in on you. Yeah, about 9
He
o'clock.
said you're a junkie. He said you went from shaman to crackhead, and it's sad to him.
Shaman to crackhead was his best line.
Shaman to crackhead. Fucking sad me. No, if anything, I've leaned more into the shamanism.
I don't know. I don't even know how
the
to
weather's
take Kyle
just bad
anymore.
right now. I can't teach anybody how to meditate right now. It's too cold.
Like, I wish Kyle wasn't serious. Like, he'd be so fun to like bust balls with, but he doesn't. Like, he takes everything so serious.
Weirdly serious.
It says he's gonna destroy your whole channel. It's like, okay, all right, you're no fun. Fuck this.
See, I'll tell you what's wrong with Kyle, and this is why, like, I would never really want to go. Like, if I was hitchhiking again, I pray for something to happen terrible in my life and to befall my fortune, so that I could just start hitchhiking and go visit everybody from streams. But I would never really want to go visit Kyle because Kyle seems like he'd be cool 90% of the time. But I have a feeling Kyle's one of these guys who gets really drunk with his friends and then it just turns and now he wants to fight you. And you don't really know why. But now he's like coming at you and he's way drunker than you. So you're just at that point where you can easily fend him off. But I'm like, Kyle, what's going on? We were just talking about Chuck E. Cheese.
Right.
What are we doing now?
I had a friend
on?
like that.
Fuck you, bitch ass nigga. Fuck you. Oh, no, bitch ass. You want to fight? And I'd be like, Kyle, I'm going to have to, because I took like a bunch of jiu-jitsu, so I could just throw Kyle on the ground and hold him down until he chills out.
Like
but I wouldn't want to do that. Dude,
I had a friend like that, Cosmic, and I had to stick my face, or my forehead, I like pressed it into his face because he was too much in my face, and I just kind of slid him back into the wall and pushed my head into his face and crushed his head against the wall. And I was like,
I have a cousin.
Are we done?
Like that. Me and my cousin have done that a few times. It's always him. It's never me. I'm not aggressive when I'm drunk. He gets aggressive, and I almost guarantee you, Sans has that same energy. Like I would feel the same way when Kyle does it to me, as if my cousin was doing it to me. Like, all right, I know Kyle.
I might just to save a headache. I might just play this off my phone like a ghetto ass YouTuber. So let me
go
see.
ahead. Wait
a second.
Other stuff.
There's no timestamp on that one though, guys. Oh, you can't add a timestamp. So shit, I gotta go back on my stream. 1 second. The fuck?
I won't lose my vision to taking shrooms and being in a car crash. I'll be all right. I don't drive.
Good. All right, you said it's at 1:07:40. Okay, you got it, guys. I'll go there right now. I'm respecting.
Wait, what did
the
they
chat.
talk about?
10740. It's when Kyle goes off on you.
Damn.
So it's strong and it's evil.
It might have been no, it wasn't Cat Williams. It was someone well before Cat. It was a black comedian like.
I'll be right back.
Wasn't Mike Epps?
I'll read the chat
like
too.
Cosmic. What the fuck does that mean? I sound nothing like Cosmic. Cosmic is a wannabe hippie dude who spends money, who lost his relationship spending time on white faggots live streams. I can never be like Cosmic. Cosmic Brother Cam is a loser in fucking real life. He's a white loser with dreads.
Okay, so what do you? Anything to say so far, Cosmic, to respond?
Yeah, I would say it's all pretty accurate. Go ahead.
All right, so high number. Let's see. Oh wait, nobody's really saying anything. Oh, there's when did Cosmic become such a creep? Lyle Chipperson says.
No, somebody. I guarantee you, somebody in the chat was trying to instigate this. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh yeah, like
because
a pound
for
road
some
pug
reason,
type.
and yeah, definitely, and because everybody in his chat notices that he has like a special place for me. Like when I do come on his stream, he like will halt everything just to like ask me personal questions about my life and stuff.
You
like,
heard
people
him.
go, oh, like Kyle really digs Cosmic, and like that's why when Jamie was on there trying to expose RDA, the second I went on there, it'd been the first time I'd been on there in a long time. Kyle was like, "Bitch, shut up," and he was like, "Cosmic, what you been doing, dog? What's up?" You know, he like didn't even give a fuck about Jamie's whole existence. You know, he just wanted to personally talk to me. But
It's like
so
I want to
keep
play
going,
that
go ahead.
Rascal Flatts song, like with this whole you and him stuff. It's like what hurts the most. Oh,
Kyle
man.
was
like Kyle gets emotionally attached.
If you look at
Did
it,
you
if you
hear
look at it, I am kind of a loser, but I'm a loser in progress. Like one day I'm gonna fucking have a sweet fucking window cleaning company and people working for me. One day. So I'm a loser, but I'm in progress to being a winner. Like I'm an underdog in a hero story. You know, like I'm like building myself up, you know.
I will say, like, it's. I'll say this, Cosmic, like, not, you know, it's refreshing to hear Kyle smash, but like with new taglines. You know what I mean? Like these are new ones. I've never heard. Like he can't go. He can't say that you're 40 and white.
Hippie.
Yeah, and you know what's funny about it? It took Kyle and yours, like his, like the way he viewed you and held you up to like inspire like new artistic smashing. He's a crackhead. It's like, wow, Kyle's really changed his game up. It's like he's so inspired from this heartbreak of losing Cosmic.
It's like he's so scared to say 40 and white. He's like, okay, I got a whole new fucking. All right, I'll play a little bit more of this, guys.
Feel it a little bit.
Got to wash windows and spend his free time doing a live stream to pay money to do it. I can never be a faggot like that. Why? But Cosmic Brother Cam's a fucking loser faggot in life. That's why. By the way,
do you hear the hurt?
Back when Cosmic Brother Cam used to chill on here, he had a girlfriend. You know what I'm talking? There's no girlfriend. He's a white bum loser. So consolidated white bum losers, and they pay every other weekend to have fake live viewers.
So Kyle's calling you out. He's saying that you're losing your women.
No, I'm only getting more women.
Is this smashing like news to you tonight?
Yeah, I'm flabbergasted. I didn't hear about this. Like they talk so much in the RDA general chat. Like I gotta scroll like 12 messages or 28 messages up just to see these tags. So I'm like not even paying attention to that shit. I'm like looking at YouTube. You know, I live in the moment. I see my tags if I see them. You know what I'm saying? If I don't see them, I don't scroll back up for them. Sorry, guys.
I can't see my chat right now. Are they liking this or are they hating this? I gotta know.
I think they're liking this. I'm sure.
Okay,
Let me
good.
Check. I'm looking at my Discord. People, my friends. I see who my real friends are, who are trying to alert me to this.
Never make a dime from it. Do fake live streams. So I can never be Cosmic. Cosmic Brother Cam is sad.
Starting to trip a bit.
I'm still trying to find out the audio. But don't call me a Cosmic Brother, loser. He sold that ukulele for fucking crack.
Tom said, "Damn, finally, fully turned on Cosmic."
Yeah, he did. This has been a long time coming. A lot of people in the chat, I'm sure, want this. It's been a long
Cosmic
time coming.
Desiree says Cosmic said kids like being molested.
That's the worst fucking out of context clip I've ever heard of somebody. That's a rough one to have out there, though. That sucks.
I know what they're talking about, and Cosmic does too. And it was like something he said on Lemonade, but it was like a philosophical question. Oh boy.
Yeah. It was
like,
about,
why shouldn't we? You know,
psychology behind. No, it wasn't. No, it's a psychological question. It wasn't even a question. It was a statement about victim culture or victimhood. Yeah.
Okay.
No, definitely. Why was it doing no gibberdab stuff? I said it as a bad thing. I see the part they cut out was me saying that they were with monsters. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah, I know. People really that was a shit job. That was a good frame job.
Yeah, he sold his ukulele for crack.
Okay, I gotta get that as a sound drop, so let me get a clean one.
Ukulele for crack. Yeah, he sold his ukulele for crack.
Perfect.
That was so clean.
Fucking sad.
Or man.
Fucking sad.
Hard heroin.
Fucking succotash. He sold his ukulele.
Like, he's so convinced you did that. Like, he's so heartbroken you're a crackhead now, Cosmic. Like, it really fucks him up that you did this to him.
Cosmic, have you ever smoked crack, though, for real?
I told everybody in the
I have.
In the Discord today, I haven't done the hard 3, and that's it. I haven't done crack, heroin, or meth. Now I've sipped syrup, and that basically is heroin. I don't say that I didn't do heroin because to me, like sipping syrup and not handlebars, but like Oxycontin and shit like that. That's all like to me basically. It's like
Oxy's
pharmaceutical
definitely
heroin.
Yeah.
But and I've snorted powder before, and people say crack is just like the dab version of coke. You know, it's just a concentrated. You know, it hits you harder and faster and quicker.
I feel like most people pretty much by the time you get to 30 have tried everything but the hard 3 usually, unless you like to party.
Yeah, and I'm old now. Like I'm 30 this year, guys. In 2020, I'm gonna be 30.
There you
years
go.
old, 30 and
Embrace it, Cosmic. And I think you've grown up so much since you started live streaming. I'm proud of you.
But I don't know. I'm not in a place where I want to try new drugs anymore. Like I know the drugs that I like, and I'm just gonna stick to those. I'm not gonna be like, at no point am I gonna be like, let me fucking try meth. You know, like I think I've had enough fun thus far.
If you hadn't seen Faces of Meth, though, would you be? You know, I mean, it's like the faces on those meth people that keeps you away from it. You know, like if smoking cigarettes made your face, look how the inside of your lungs
Never
look.
touch it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll never do it.
Smoking cigarettes make you cool.
I had two opportunities, real opportunities to do it on the road. One was on the 99, and one was I actually convinced myself I'd do it. You know what I'm saying? I actually told myself, you know what, fuck it, tonight. Because the black kid I was rolling with, he didn't smoke it. He would crush it up and snort it. And so I was like, you know what, fuck it. We can't find no weed. I want to get high. Like, you know what I'm saying? And as soon as he got it, I just was like, man, you know what?
I huffed gas before one time. That was stupid.
I used to huff Freon. And
Jesus
did
Christ.
it consecutively. Maybe all of us had done like whippets or something once or twice. This kid, that was what he did after school.
I'm gonna say this, Cosmic.
Salvia off the internet. Yeah.
Huffing gas, man, it makes you, first of all, makes you feel like you're in another dimension. I don't know. You understand what I mean when I say that. And then secondly,
it makes you feel out of here.
It makes your butthole feel like it's got like a heating element in it. Like a hot water bottle in it or something. Dude, I don't understand it. It makes no sense to me.
Don't do that to me. That's why I'm saying you just stay away from that stuff.
Yeah, no, I was like, I'm done with this, man. This is not like this doesn't.
Yeah,
I don't
as
know.
soon as your butthole feels like fire is gonna come shooting out the other side, it's time to stop using that substance.
I think it's all the blood rushing, like just rushing
Through
down. Or I don't know. I can't
butt.
explain it.
Yeah.
But it feels like you're kind of like,
yeah.
you know, like the good feeling you get when you finally get a good shit out.
Yeah.
Like that, like, you know, not to get too graphic, but like that.
I remember I saw this white kid, Connor. He took this fucking huge ass hit of a keyboard cleaner, fell on the ground and pissed himself. I was like, see, that's why I'm not doing none of this stuff. I'm just gonna stick to weed.
I had a friend that got so drunk on my buddy's 21st birthday that by noon, we were supposed to meet at noon, and by noon he'd already drank close to 2/3 of a half gallon of vodka. And, you know, half gallon. So he was toasted, dude. And still drunk from the night before. And so, there's like little kids at my buddy's house because it was like his birthday party and shit, kind of too, like his family birthday party. And he shows up and he's like, falls on the ground, shows his dick to fucking my buddy's grandma. And then so my buddy socks him in the face. He falls off the deck and like rolls over his leg, and he's just sitting there on the ground. It was like a funeral. When I showed up after all this happened, it was like a funeral. Everybody was just standing around. They're like hands behind their back, heads bowed around them. I'm like, what the fuck? And so I go over there, and he's like, and like then he looks like, like to my left, and he like at nobody, at the sky, and he's like, fuck you, Josh. I'm like, that's not even my name, I'm like, dude, that guy was in Afghanistan at the time. I'm like, yo, dude, what's going on? And he had like a black eyes. And then all of a sudden he's like, acts like he's crying, rolls over and pulls his dick out and starts pissing. And then we're all like, like a collective, he turns over and he's like pissing straight up like a fountain right on top of himself. And I was like, dude, we left. We're like, fuck this. And we came back later that night. We all went to the lake and shit. And when we went to get him, his dad had him on the back of a pickup truck. And, this guy's a hefty dude. And his feet were just dragging on the cement as he was taking him home. I was like, dude, this is fucked up. That's probably the most drunk I've ever seen anybody.
Fuck, man.
My eyes are big
to somebody's grandma
right now.
Oh yeah, he told her he was gonna fuck her.
Oh god, someone's grandma.
Mm-hmm. So he grabbed him by his beard and just socked him in his face. He's got a long beard. He grabbed his beard real tight and just boom, 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 and he rolled right off the deck. Oh shit, was hilarious, dude. So when we went to check on him the next day, and where his shirt was pulled up and where his pants were pulled down, like his pubic, shit. There was like a red ring where he was sunburned really bad. It was like July. I was like, dude, you ever gonna do that again? Fuck no.
That's why you don't get drunk outside in the heat and shit, man. I would hate to. I hate getting sunburned.
That's why I don't drink. That's why I feel like
I don't really get sunburned. I just tan now. But
yeah, I don't sunburn. I've never really gotten. I don't know what sunburn feels like because I'm from the deserts. We don't. I look like I would blister in the sun, but I've never really been sunburned. I actually don't change colors in the sun. I stay. It's very annoying. I thought I was gonna tan when I was a kid. I just stay the same fucking pale.
Remember, the street performer. Remember, the street performer. Conor Brother came with a street performer.
Yes, sir.
Then he sold his ukulele for crack. Then he had the window washer.
Well,
now I think it's the window washer. Now he's the bum. Doing a live stream for a nigga with 1,000 subs. I don't know what happened.
Oh shit.
I like the story that he's drawing up for himself, though, that I got addicted to crack and started cleaning windows.
That's what it is too. It's like the more entertaining the story, the more people want to believe it. It's just like any conspiracy theory. Like, I'm just asking questions here, right? It's like that's what's going on
to me.
Yeah,
I'm just asking questions. That's all.
He's like saying Z Ventura. Oh, this is great.
Nah, but I've had this coming. He turned against people for a lot.
Live streams. I don't know.
Oh wait.
I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did.
Dick for live streams. I don't know what's happening. The ukulele's gone. The crackheadishness is in.
You got like that's the thing. People say Kyle's not funny. Sometimes he is. Sometimes he's funny.
Kyle is funny. Hell yeah, he is.
He's hilarious.
He just gets literally drunk, dude, way too quickly now. He just gets way too drunk way too quickly. And then he's too selfish, Let's say even if he didn't get drunk, I think he's still just too selfish of a person to like have a long-term friendship with or have some type of YouTube partnership with, As far as just being close or hanging out in a universe together, not even like a partnership, but just like
he's controlling too.
Cool.
Like his whole bag on me was, why are you making clips of my channel? I'm like, because it's funny. And he's like, no, you need to do DJ Academics. I'm like, who in the fuck is that? I don't even know who that is, dude.
Yeah. It's like, why aren't you doing clips of like all these like irrelevant YouTubers?
as
I
like
forgot which one he told you to do. It was the DJ Academics, I guess.
I think it was like Breakfast Club or something he wanted me to do. I don't know. I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna do that. Maybe I will, but I like your your show is fucking funny. I'm gonna clip your show, and that got him all upset. You know,
more of a hobby than a business endeavor.
Exactly. That's how it should be.
Well,
actually, I shouldn't say that.
No, it depends on just what you want. Just know what you want, and just know what the other people want, and respect that. You know.
Yeah, some people are really good, and they put a lot of time and effort into their shit, and it's fucking good stuff.
If this was a business endeavor, Kyle's like the worst business guy I've ever.
Oh yeah, for sure. Hell
it's
yeah.
like, dude, Kyle, it's time to get out of this game. You're not good at it. Sure, you built up a lot of subs, but no, like, it's just like you failed. You've lost your income stream like 6 times now.
Yeah, there's dudes who just got out of the penitentiary after like 8 years. They started a YouTube channel and they're doing way better than Kyle already. You know, yeah. If you were right, if you were comparing it to like business ventures, Kyle is a terrible businessman.
It's time to get out and do something else, Kyle. If you're doing it from a business side, if you're doing it for a hobby, you're doing very good for a hobby. You have 9,000 subs on a hobby,
and you make a little bit of money. I think he buys some of the subs. I don't think Kyle has all those goddamn subs.
Yeah, I don't know how I got 3,400. Mine are all very suspicious looking because if you check my channel, it's all from September. It's all from August to January, and then my channel's dead as shit. But I mean, it's at least it makes sense, right? It's like, all right, I make all my moves in the NFL. But
it's because I got you those SEOs. You listen to my instructions.
But the subs look very suspicious, I will admit, because I get like nobody. I have 2 viewers and shit. It's just like, oh man, my numbers look bad. I don't even know where to buy subscribers at. I don't have the money for this. I take donations. I'm like, all right. Like I thought I was gonna have a celebration because I paid off all my rent for the next 3 months. So like I'm actually living for free for a while. Yeah, it was a big deal. I was like, oh shit, we paid off all the rent early. And
with the YouTube money.
No, with like some of that, I used some of that. I used basic. I saved a lot of money because I didn't want to pay rent anymore. So I was like, I'll just struggle for a little while, and then I'll live very nicely like I have the last month.
You sold your ukulele for crack. Don't lie.
Yeah, basically. No, I just started using my Jewish brain with my money, and now I'm living a little bit better.
Oh, you're a Shylock.
Really it was. I just started making better money decisions. I don't even know what happened. It was like overnight I went, man, I'm tired of being broke, and then I just started thinking about what I could do, and then I don't know, I'm not struggling anymore. So it's
this sounds corny to me. I mean, to you probably, but I hate to. I don't know. It's just the way I'm gonna phrase it. So like, if people are ever having a hard time out there, like here's my Don A moment. Like look in the mirror, basically, you know, hypothetically or whatever, and say, am I doing everything I can? And if you can't honestly look yourself straight in the eyes and say yes, then you ought to change your life to where you can say that. You know what I mean? And then start blaming other people for problems.
That takes effort.
Oh, I know. Hard.
I basically I got almost $1 raise at work because I quit, and then I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna work here for this low of money. And so it was like a weird 2-week standoff. Where I was like, it was pretty bad, but I paid for it in the long run.
That's how it needs to be, man. You gotta fucking take risk in this.
Yeah, it actually changed my outlook on life. I was like, wow, I actually stood up for myself, and like, okay, that's what you have to do as I don't know, because I'm a little bit younger, so I'm 26. It was one of those moments where you're like, oh shit, okay, you actually kind of do have to stand up for yourself.
Hell yeah.
You only truly own something if you're willing to fight for it. At the end of the day, that's really the way you got to look at shit. And if you're not willing to fight for something, you shouldn't even waste any more time on it. Deep shit.
Yeah. Y'all know anything about the stock market or anything like that? Y'all know anything about that?
It's bad right now.
A little bit.
My cousin. Okay, so my cousin went to El Reno State Penitentiary. He was a part of the Rainbow Roundup. It was the biggest ecstasy drug bust in American history. Anyway, so my cousin had to do the.
Oops, my bad. Let me turn that down.
Like he had to do federal time in El Reno's federal penitentiary, and luckily with Obama reformed all those nonviolent offenders, and so he actually got out early because typically you do all your fed time.
Squeaky
chair.
chair.
But anyway, So they had a class to teach people how to like participate in the stock market, and so my cousin decided that's what he wanted to do because he was already like an art and shit. So he decided to get into like stocks and stuff like that. And he started learning something, and they have some sort of like a system there or a program there. Whereas if you take these tests and you can prove that you're proficient enough to actually participate in the stock market, because it's a private prison. That's a whole topic. Prisons in America, just crazy. But anyway, and if you're a private prison, you have like a lot of leeway to do crazy stuff. And so what they do is they'll actually allot money to inmates to start participating in the stock market in behalf of like the prison, essentially. Like they don't get anything of it, but they just get to like, it's just something to do for them. And so my cousin started getting like decent at it. And he was talking to me. He was like, "Cuz I made like an extra paycheck." And I was like, "What happened?" He was like, "So," he goes, "You remember when this coronavirus thing all started happening?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "I put a put in." I go, "What's a put?" And he goes, "Basically," he goes, "This is how I know. This is how I explain to my friends in prison." He goes, "It's a bet." He goes, "You bet that a stock is gonna fall. You bet that something's gonna do poorly. And if you can make money on betting something does badly."
Oh
So
yeah,
he
it's
goes,
the most unethical shit in the world to make money that way. But
so he went and he put money.
Hell yeah.
He went and put money on the top 3 cruise lines right before the coronavirus thing happened. And ever since the coronavirus thing,
dick hard for some reason. It's just like, yeah, you fucked us some good, didn't you?
All those
Fuck
cruise
yeah.
all those cruise lines went down, and like my cousin made like $3 $50 investments, and ended like in 2 months or like in a month, he ended up getting like $200 back on each investment. Like I was like, damn, cuz. Like I don't know anything about that shit.
And imagine there are people that are putting a lot more money into shit like that.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine he had like 600.
That's why you
to
should
put
never
into
feel
every-
bad about doing something like that. Like if you ever see money you can make like that, never feel bad, because there are people that literally made billions off of that kind of
the
same
housing
trade
market and
that he
stuff.
did. Yeah, there are really dark people out there like that are making money on also like 9/11. People probably made so much money on all that going down.
So yeah, so he knew the cruise lines were gonna do badly, and he took advantage of that, and made money somehow.
Good for him.
Vulture
Like, damn,
capitalism.
The
call that
the federal prison system taught you that, kinfolk. Damn, you taking money out. You committing crimes like the white people
Is
do.
he with Bernie Madoff? It sounds
Yeah,
like
yeah, he was
he's
right
in the
Bernie Madoff
in that pen. He's like, hey,
he was
everybody, now is the time to strike. He's like telling all his, because you know who's, I heard he's doing very well in prison. Bernie Madoff.
No. Do you hear what's going on with him? You hear the new
What's
stuff
going
with
on
him?
now? Oh, is he fucked now? Have they
he's
gone
gay.
Man, I think he's got 18 months to live. Doctor gave him 18 months to live.
He was already pretty old.
So he did get life in prison.
And he's trying to get out of there.
I hope they get him out. I hope they let him out.
Nah, hell no. He needs to die in there.
He
You know how many
only- he
Americans
only
wanted to
took
go
money
home
from-
in
he
2008? You know how
only
many
took money
Americans
from
wanted to
rich
go
people.
home? Oh yeah,
I know, but like I only view what he did as taking money from the rich and fucking them. So I don't really. I
No,
don't
but
what he
see,
did.
a lot of people had their like retirement invested.
Yeah,
in
a
that
lot of
shit,
really
too.
rich people that should have realized he was doing a Ponzi scheme.
No,
I
not
don't
just
feel
rich
bad for
people. Like people who just
It
have a
was a
stock
lot.
portfolio.
Yeah,
like,
I know, but like those people didn't lose as much. Like baseball teams, I was like, oh yeah, they didn't know they knew what the fuck was the Wilpons for the Mets. They
I
got
don't
fucked
know.
out of a lot of money.
When all that stuff happened, bro, like I had a bunch of, I already had, like, economy was already getting bad, and I already had like a bunch of my homeboys and my brother's homeboys. Like my mom let them live there and stuff, and we would pass around a hat for rent and like bills and stuff. And like we worked at Old Navy's, Bennigan's, and like a bunch of companies during that whole time. Like had to close their doors and shit. I don't know if like the guy who was investing them or the guy who owned these franchises, I don't know how he did. Maybe he got fucked over. But you know, smaller people got
Bernie
fucked
might have
over
fucked a
later.
lot of people like that. Yeah, but he's gonna
People
die.
who are
in
employing
prison.
people like me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But no,
Yeah,
they'll probably let him. They'll probably let him out. You know,
He ran a Ponzi scheme, right?
Somebody who, because he, at the end of the day, we shouldn't let people just rot away and die in prison if they really didn't hurt anybody.
Like, he wasn't like a violent.
That I agree with.
But like, we should put him in a hospital. Like, he shouldn't be allowed to just be just like, all right, well, yeah,
maybe
you don't have
house arrest and some like
we're gonna
supervised.
put you in a hospital now. You're in a hospice. That's
house
where you
arrest.
get
He's
to
an
go.
old man. Just give him house arrest and supervise his
Let him
outings.
sit there and feel miserable as the most hated person on the planet.
As children drive by throwing eggs at his house.
Man,
Or
do you
ride
know
by on
how
bikes.
bad that looks as for us as a group? It's just like we were just getting over being considered money grubbers, and then goddamn Bernard Madoff happens, and it's like, oh great, he's
And his name is just too perfect. Made off,
just-
like, you
it's
know.
bad.
Madoff.
It's just Bernie. It's just like, oh no,
Fucking
no,
Bernie,
no.
you've put us back.
Yeah, you just
Bernie.
put us back into Shylock territory. It's fucking, we're gonna be shucksters again to these Americans. We were so fucking close.
So close. You
We're
have to-
doing good again now. People forget we exist again, so we're sliding right in with the Americans. I think
You
we're
guys
gonna
have the
pull it off
munchies
here.
right now?
I my stomach feels weird.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, I could eat a trough of food. I'm fucking, I had like a couple beers and the pot, and once I do that, dude, I get so goddamn. I've been thinking about this donut chicken sandwich from KFC that's coming out.
What?
Like, my inner Kyle is coming out right now.
Yeah. He's gonna get to the counter and go.
It's like a werewolf. I'm like, dude, no, yeah, look it up. This
Can I get the donut
KFC.
chicken sandwich, stupid.
I'll look it up. I'm gonna look up a fucking what? Hopefully they have an ad for it on YouTube. Usually, if I YouTube something, it's there. It exists. There's usually not something like otherwise. If there isn't something, I'll fucking make it. You know what I mean? Or that's at least a good idea. Maybe I'm bullshitting, but it's a good idea. What is it?
Excuse the
KFC
mess in my sorry.
donut sandwich, donut chicken sandwich. Yeah. Oh baby. Yep, there it is.
Hello, everyone.
Why have I never even
This
heard of it?
is Running on Empty.
Oh, I love this
Food
kid.
Review. Well,
I'm
hello,
gonna skip
ladies
to the
and
money
gentlemen,
shot.
and everyone watching. This is Running on Empty Food Review. I am
God
your
damn it, I'm
host,
getting
the
too
report
hungry.
of the-
I like this kid.
Look at that
You
thing.
should be able to take care of this.
God
You can see
damn
right
it.
There's the donut. I mean, it's literally what they said it's going to be. It's chicken and donuts.
Oh, it's so good. Chicken and sweets go so good together. That's why you got the waffles.
Look at that.
You know.
I don't know why. I just can't get over it. I
Looks like somebody put a fat load on it.
cannot get over it. Chicken and
glaze.
donuts.
It
The
still
donuts
looks
are
good to
soft,
me,
and I
even
mean,
after
you can
saying
see there's
that.
a
I
lot
want
of
it.
glaze on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go, guys. There's the donut chicken sandwich. Motherfucker, man. I mean, chicken and waffles. Have you ever? I'm sure you've had that, Cosmic.
Hell yeah, yeah.
Chicken and waffles rule.
I had it at Del Frisco's. It's like a 4-star restaurant.
Oh man.
Yes. I'm living like a king in here. Only person eating chicken and waffles. Y'all niggas didn't order it? I guess not.
I've had it before. It's pretty good. I've made it at home too. You
Yeah,
know?
making it at home seems to be better though, to be honest.
Oh yeah, you can fatten it up.
it-
Sweet. I
yeah,
gained
you make
like
it just like
3
like
subs off this stream. Whoever you guys are, stick around. Give me like 5 years, and I promise I'll start producing some good content.
You'll
for
be
you.
at like 1,000 in like 8 years, according to Kyle. Like his math.
I know. Well, probably is right. With the amount of effort.
It's alright. Like if you were just doing this and pissing along, and somehow you got monetized, like how much money would YouTube have to start sending you before you go, okay, I'm gonna take this a little bit seriously. I'm gonna dedicate an extra hour or two a week to this.
Oh
Or, you know,
yeah,
2
yeah.
hours.
That probably at the
now,
1,000 mark. I probably would put a little more into it. But then at the same
That
time,
if it just happened to be
500 a month, I would
500
be
a month
probably.
is fun, too. I would be like, okay, I'll take this seriously.
I would definitely try to get rid of
See if
a
I can
lot
grow
of
this.
people that are just, I guess, toxic. You know, because I would want to do more. I would try, I guess, make more money off of it. You know, and the way you do that is by not getting your stream or your fucking shit yanked. You know what I mean?
So Helen.
Well, the way that people fuck up is they get involved. Like, you don't see a YouTuber with 100,000 subscribers talking and making videos about individual people in chat. Like, it's like a celebrity. They don't respond to you. You know what I mean? Like, it's a rarity. Yeah. It's a special occasion if they single someone out or talk about someone. You can't You can't build that many fans if you're just too busy going, "You're fucking 40, you white stupid fucking sloth bastard in the chat, faggot."
Yeah, Kyle.
If you one by one run off your listeners, they're not going to stick around.
You definitely get to a certain, but don't you definitely get to a certain level where you can't even really keep up with your own chat, even if you want to? Like if Joe Rogan had his chat open, he could never keep up with that. You know,
that's how it's supposed to be.
Keep up with that.
Why? I got a question now that we got on Joe Rogan again. Why isn't Joe Rogan a good show? Like we all agree, it's not a great show. I think it is.
Maybe it's lost its sauce with me.
I only watch it for who's on there. It's like a who's who.
It's a guest thing, yeah.
Hollywood.
Yeah.
Jamie has to go though, right? Like he adds nothing.
No. People are forgetting.
Perfect.
People forget what it used to be like back when Brian Red Band. Yeah, Red Band was a piece of shit.
Yeah, no.
Jamie's way better.
Yeah.
Jamie just shuts up for the most part and lets Joe and like the guests kind of.
Yeah, but I like
every time Jamie does try to speak up, Joe Rogan always yells at him like a little kid.
That is funny, but I like my favorite Joe Rogan episodes are the one where Eddie Bravo and Brandon Schaub are there, and it's because they kind of check him on a lot of shit. Like a lot of people go in there and lick his butt, you know, or he licks their ass, you know. Like what did he have that fucking Twitter guy? CEO.
Yeah, but what does either of those two people really have to say about anything? Like Eddie Bravo is pretty cool when it comes to the conspiracies, but if they're not talking about conspiracies,
stupid.
What do either of them have to say about anything?
No, my point is those are the best episodes. Well, that and obviously when what's his nuts is on there. Obviously, you've got like a rogue wave, like when somebody gets on there that you know that's just a big get. But sometimes he'll just like put filler people in there, and you're like, you can tell that Joe's just like, oh my god, just give me my $30,000 so we can end this fucking shit.
Because it's not like a comedy show anymore, so I'm more interested when it's like Robert Downey Jr. It's like, okay, I've never heard him on a podcast before. There's a novelty in that, but I don't listen to that show to be entertained anymore.
Yeah,
it's
but that
like
show
a
can
late
bust
night
your
talk
bubble,
show.
man. The guest thing can bust your bubble. Like I always think about Steven Tyler and how just super disappointed I was. I thought he was going to come in and be a cool rock star. And be
remember when Mel Gibson went on there?
Stories.
Mel Gibson went on.
It's sobering to know what the people are like.
Entrepreneurs, essentially, that's it.
Mel Gibson went on there and just talked about stem cell research for 3.5 hours and didn't say one thing about the Jews.
It's like, yeah, because he's not drunk. He's not an asshole all the time. Just like, really, just when you.
Isn't it crazy how he transformed into the devil? Like it's in his old age, it just like slowly turned into like a Lucifer-looking motherfucker.
He's creepy.
That's what religion does to people. Fucks you up.
Yeah, when you get old. Well, see, the thing about getting old is like your nose keeps growing and your ears keep growing.
Look at all those Iranian Ayatollahs. Those guys probably were like handsome at one point. They never looked that scary. Religion turns you into monsters looking gargoyles. Look at all the Vatican priests and popes. They're all fat and scary looking.
Why do they all look scary looking?
Like all the top religious people are just the scariest.
Like Nosferatu.
Like they never just look youthful and jovial. For people.
Well, because if they were sexy when they were young, they would be getting fucked and they'd be getting pussy, and they wouldn't be sitting there reading fucking books about Jesus and shit.
That God's gonna send dragons to the earth and kill us in the end.
So they're ugly as fuck, and they're like in a religious family. They're like, all right, fuck it, I gave up on pussy anyway. Time to be a priest.
You would hope that that's the outcome, or
that's my theory.
Would you get over it? If you really were an incel, would you get over it? Like, I don't think I would. Like, it wouldn't define me like it does to the kids on the internet. Like, I'd just be like, okay, I don't get pussy.
You'd be like, I'm just I'm not yet.
I'd eventually just move on and I'd just hire prostitutes. It wouldn't be a big deal to me. I'd just be like, all right, that is what it is. I guess chicks aren't into the old dirty dick. Guess we'll have to hire the hookers.
As an incel, I can tell you, I think about it every day.
Oh, you're not.
I literally can't.
Yeah,
I can't even imagine.
Try, Helen.
I can't even imagine being an incel because to me, girls are such whores that there's no way you could avoid it.
That right there, Bellin,
big dick and cars. Yeah,
that right there tells you
it's in the world. would run into a nerd bitch, a fat nerd bitch that suck his dick. Like,
It's
I
a
just
self-confidence
can't fathom.
and a standards issue,
Yeah.
Belland. Right there. You're
And
right.
There's a lot of speech impediments going on with the incels. If you ever look into them, a lot of bad hairlines and speech impediments.
They're just
going on.
socially awkward. That's all. Like a girl gets around them, and then they're like, "Okay, I could fuck this guy," but then they're like, "Wow, he gives me like that Netflix You show vibes." I'm out.
And it's standards. I feel bad for those guys because they want like Kim Kardashian. It's like, bro, you need to take the fat magic
Fuck a fat
gathering.
chick. Just take
Get
the
that
fat
fat
chick,
magic
get the
yeah.
poison out, and realize
You
it's
should
not
come and hang out with me and my friends. I'm the dungeon master. You're like, they're
Yep,
like, no, I'm
If
good.
you don't have anything to offer a 10, bro, you're literally like Click said, a dungeon master. No one, it's not getting pussy wet. No one cares,
bro.
It's get well. It might get
Dungeon Masters have the highest authority.
right, but they don't have the confidence to pull off the type of chick that probably would be into that shit. Because it's like, you know,
Oh
it's
no,
like,
you have to have like top 10 confidence to pull off the weird gothic fucking into
right, they're
D&D
intimidated by somebody who's into shit that they're into. I feel like, I don't know, these incels are interesting for sure, and because a lot of them get like filled with rage and do fucked up shit. Come to find out, a lot of them are like chimos, right? I mean,
and then whenever you read like
What's the
former
chimo?
incels talking, they're like, yeah, and I had sex, it wasn't that big a deal, and then I was just over it. You feel bad for them almost. Like it's like all right, guys.
I don't know. I've been in a relationship for a while though, so like, I mean, dating in your 30s is definitely tough because you've got to decide whether you've got. I mean, if you have kids of your own, you got to decide whether you want to do like a step-by-step situation, or you know, go with a young crazy chick, or you know, like so it's like, or get involved with somebody else who's got fucking like a long laundry list of.
hang
When
out
I
with.
turn 30, I'm going straight 22-year-olds. That's where I'm going.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying, Cosmic.
old.
You just hang out with young whores, and you're good. Like, that's the
Yeah,
answer
but you
every
get
time.
lonely. I mean, you get lonely after a while. At least I do. You know, I get like, or if I'm hanging out with a chick and I catch feelings, you know, I don't really like to watch her get dicked down by like a series of dudes.
The young whores will age. Like, they won't stay that age forever.
Yeah,
You can. The
What I
best
love
thing
about
you can
those
think about a dumb
incels.
22-year-old is you can raise a dumb 22-year-old to be a decent 26-year-old.
Yeah, see.
That sounds like some Jimmer shit. Not just some grooming. No, see, Bellin, you're 26 though. I get it. Like, at a like my buddy for instance,
Great idea.
he had a kid when he was 16, and I remember when we were like, I guess like 25. Yeah, he was dropping his girlfriend off to school and his kid. It was weird. He'd drop her off at the elementary and then her off at high school. I'm like, I don't know about
okay,
this.
but 22-year-olds aren't supposed to go to high school, Click. You're talking about some other thing that I didn't.
No,
bring
yeah,
up. I don't know
yeah,
why
yeah.
you did.
Yeah, I know, yeah. But I mean, if they're at the mentality of that, that's what I'm talking about. Just not the like legality
No, a
of it.
22-year-old's a genius compared to an 18-year-old. An 18-year-old's a retard. A 22-year-old like knows their way, knows how to get a job. A 22-year-old can pay their own.
Right, you got to
taxes
find the
usually.
right one. You're right. I mean,
A 22-year-old kind of knows what lane they're in and what lane, like they know what lane they're in, and they're just kind of figuring out what car they're gonna jump onto. And you got to be a nice enough car. An 18-year-old bitch
I know which lane is in there.
An 18-year-old can still be shown a shiny object and be thrown into a different lane. Like an 18-year-old can still be like, yeah, my best friend Jeffrey, he's like a Christian now, and I just started going to church, so I don't think I can kick it with you, and I don't think this is going to work out if you're not going to be a Christian. Like an 18-year-old still can be so malleable, she can be taken from you in some way. That's out of your control. Once you get to 22, 25, like 22, 23, 24, those girls are kind of, they know their lane in life. You know, they just need a partner to find.
so are incels just gay guys who haven't fucked a dude yet? You think? A lot of them?
Man, I think they would.
No, because if they were gay, they wouldn't be.
Bro. It's standards.
They wouldn't be depressed if they were gay. Because why would you be depressed about something that you're not really after?
And gay just isn't what it is anymore, Click. I mean, look, Ross was saying it. It's 2020. Like, even I'm that way. Like, if I was gay, bro, I would just be gay. Like, y'all would still be my friend if I was gay. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I was gay, y'all wouldn't be like, I'm not gonna kick it with Cosmic anymore. It's not that. It's 2020, bro. No one gives.
I
a
just
fuck.
wouldn't share
I love
needles
Kenny.
with you anymore.
I know.
That's all.
I get it.
Okay, I would.
So like for these
I'd
young
rinse it
incels,
off.
like, just be gay, bro. Shit. I think my life would be better if I was gay. To be honest, shit. I wish I was bisexual. I'd fuck everybody. But
I like CEO's advice for Ian Ellis that he should just become a gay comedian so he could actually start getting work.
Ooh. That's genius.
It'd be hilarious. And he's got to hide having a wife and kids. No, that was.
Didn't Ant, like he could be like an ant,
the
right?
phase I was going through. That was my straight phase.
Ballin, you know who Ant is, right? Remember him, the little comedian?
What?
That little comedian
Cunha?
guy? No.
No,
What the
I
fuck
actually
is it?
don't know who you're talking about.
He's like a little gay guy from the 90s. He kind of looked like that Chris Kattan. But I don't know. Anyway, yeah, he was a gay comedian. That'd be a good one. Okay, can we talk about Fluffy? Gabriel Iglesias.
Oh God.
Oh, I mean, what is there to talk about? It's that's every literally 18-year-old girls love Gabriel Iglesias.
Yeah.
The baby.
He's like
town.
the Mexican Dane Cook for nowadays, or not even nowadays. I think
No,
he's amazing.
because you're being unfair, dude. Because Dan Cook was funny as fuck.
In
Gabriel
this time,
Iglesias is
yeah.
corny.
Yeah, I just don't get it. Like my friend will be like, dude, Fluffy is gonna be in like Grand Rapids, and I'm like, okay. Oh, I'm going, aren't you? I'm like, oh, no, dude. Like I don't dig Fluffy, man.
Y'all call me next time.
When we were
Bud
talking
Stanhope.
about? Yeah, remember when we were talking about clickbait, and I think Cosmic was there too, about trying to relate to other people that listen to podcasts, like your friends.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh, Joe Rogan. You're like, oh my God, you're so far behind. That's how
Right.
it is with comedy with me, where it's like my friends will be like, dude, Brendan Schwab, did you see his new comedy special? And I have to be like, dude, are you fucking serious? Like, I get mad. And I'm like, you just tell me to watch Brendan Schwab's dumbass Showtime special? And they're like, what? You've seen it? I thought it was pretty good. And I was like, yeah, I bet you fucking did.
Yeah, it's like, dude, he wasn't bad for like a guy who got his ass beat in MMA all the time. And you're like, yeah, but that shouldn't be the standard for Netflix.
Yeah,
well, that just shows you how thirsty
point.
Netflix
Yeah, you're just
is.
gonna regurgitate Joe Rogan's dumb fucking talking points. So you just listen to everything Joe Rogan says. That's who you're taking your fucking cues from.
It's a lot of people, though. A lot of people are taking that.
Well, he has people on there who are
Or
real
like
thought
Chris
provokers, but he is
D'Elia,
not.
like Ian Ellis. Ian Ellis talks about hating Chris D'Elia, and I have friends that are like, dude, I just watched Chris D'Elia's podcast. It's hilarious. I'm like, are you trolling me? You really do that?
Chris
Yeah, I don't
D'Elia
like Chris D'Elia
is
at
just
all.
too old and too unpleasant to look at. I hate to say it that way. I sound like Sam Hill, but that's just what it comes down to. He looks like the goddamn Crypt Keeper with that hair. He needs fucking hair plugs or something. I just don't like looking at his hair. And so, like, he's just too old. I don't know.
He's aged out.
He looks like the guy who possessed the fucking Chucky doll in Child's Play. And I don't know. It's just too scary to be funny to me. Maybe his podcast is funny. I don't have to look at him. You can just listen to him.
No, I say you click. He's not funny.
I saw, like, like, we have YouTube to blame because everybody, if you have a big enough online footprint, eventually you're gonna say some funny shit and have some funny moments. And if somebody makes a highlight reel of all that shit, dude, you're gonna look like, fucking Robin Williams in his prime. Like, I don't know, whoever you want to say. But my point is, like, if you're on there enough, obviously there's gonna be some funny shit you said. And and YouTube makes highlight, shit all the time. It's clippable shit, right?
Somebody made the documentary about fucking who's that Indian comedian? Like, I don't know. I'm probably super late on it. It's probably some documentary.
Russell Peter?
No. He's Indian and Asian, and he's basically just this shithead, like, clean comedian he has this email, like, message chain, and he, like, messages, like, a lot of big comedians or mid-level comedians.
Aziz
And basically
Ansari?
No, what the fucking
The other one, the guy that got
I know who
shredded
you're
for the
talking
Marvel
about.
movies?
He looks like a little nerd, little skinny, just nerdy looking guy. Doesn't even
Yeah,
look
he messages people that are like open mic comedians, and it's like, yeah, you're performing at Zany's tonight. Well, guess what? I just got paid $250,000 for a corporate gig.
In Dubai, yeah, he does that. God, what was his name? I can't remember his name, but he's just like a shitty comedian. And like, I didn't even know who he was until people.
Well, it's like you know who's the biggest comedian in the world is Joe Coy, and everyone forgets. Like I was saying this to my friends the other day. Like I'm such a comedy nerd, I forget that like there's people that play the guitar and sing songs on stage who call themselves comedians that are way more famous and way more successful than anyone I've ever liked.
Oh God, who's that guy that does the puppets?
And I forget that.
Technically, that's Adam Sandler.
Jeff Dunham.
Oh, he's the worst, dude. He's the worst. That fucking dead. I mean, I don't know if he like. Does he still do the dead terrorist shtick?
Yeah, he does the same characters he did 15.
I don't see how fucking like liberals could be all woke and be into that guy if he's got like a fucking, he's got the skull and bones of a fucking Arab person.
That's one of those guys, dude. That you'll be like you know how fucking annoying it is to see a girl on Tinder will be like, I'm really into comedy, and then they'll be like, who's your favorite comedian? She'll be like, Jeff Dunham. You're like, oh wow, so you want me to delete my app? That's what you want me to do, because you're not really here to talk about me.
Jeff Dunham video real quick, just like a real short one.
Oh, you're gonna get copyright strike. Don't do that.
Fuck.
I'm playing Jay-Z or Drake.
Can I talk over it? Maybe like Revenge of the Sis, maybe.
I don't know if you can talk over Jeff Dunham. I don't know if that'll count. Jeff Dunham, like you might as well try to play some like Jeff Foxworthy or something.
You're right. Anything Comedy Central, they nab you right away. It's insane, dude.
Yeah, Comedy Central's better.
They got some powerful Jews at Comedy Central. Let me tell you,
it's crazy, bro.
They can sniff copyright infringement. It's like,
dude, I played like 2 seconds of The Daily Show. My shit was like, boom.
Wait a minute.
And Dirty Rob was like, click, as your friend, I'm going to advise you not to play that video clip on your program.
It's not a good idea, my friend. It's just...
He's my consigliere.
It's going to be unintended consequences, really. You got to deal with YouTube and the copyright.
He's doing a Woody Allen, dude. That's hilarious. Like, that's a Woody Allen Jew.
Oh, really?
I can see you, like, rubbing your hair, like, pushing your hair back. Oh, yeah. Oh my God! Hold on a second. I'll be right back, guys.
I can take care of it for you if you do get copywritten, but listen, you don't want the trouble. I don't know. I forgot what that comedian's name is. God, I wish I could remember. He's half Asian, half.
You can look him up pretty easy. I'm pretty sure Beige Frequency did a thing on him.
Off Russell Peters. That's why I mean, if I looked up what Russell Peters talking about him, he ripped him off. What he would do is he would make websites that looked exactly like the comedian's websites and like names. Like, okay, Russell Peters, he made a Russell Peters website, but with 1 S instead of 2 S's. And it was an exact clone of Russell Peters' website, but it had all his.
That's kind of hilarious, though. I actually kind of love him for that, because that's like, remember when you used to remember when like BearShare and Kazaa and LimeWire were popular in like the early 2000s? And you'd be like, I'm going to download Jay-Z's new album. And you download it, and it would be, say, Jay-Z's album and would have the whole track list. But every song on the album would just be Soulja Boy Tell 'Em.
Yeah.
And it was like, Soulja Boy did that on purpose and just made it so that, no matter what you searched, you would accidentally download Soulja Boy Tell 'Em. And he got famous off of that.
You're right. Fuck it. Yeah, you're right. I forget about that.
And plus, fuck Russell Peters. I know that guy we're talking about is a scumbag, but fuck Russell Peters anyways, because he's a joke thief too.
Yeah.
He's a straight up joke thief, not like a fucking schemester. That's like Vinny Beadle, the guy that fucked over Bam Margera. Like, he's a scumbag, but I don't really hate him because it's kind of, if you're able to talk Bam Margera into being your fucking lackey, then I guess more power to you. You know what I mean? It's way different.
Thank you, brother. Dan Nyan.
Yeah, that's the guy.
That's
All right.
There we go.
Who said it? Someone say it, or did you find it?
You got to YouTube. The video you're looking for, everybody, would be the most hated man in comedy.
Exactly.
You'd be like, oh yeah, okay, I hate Dan 9 and 2 now.
Yeah, he's kind of shit. He's just a clean comedian. He's been doing the same set for like his whole career. You know, he does the same jokes.
Yeah, at least like Jim Gaffigan's kind of funny for being a clean comic.
Exactly.
The good thing, the thing like people like Aziz and him get is they get a devout Indian audience that will always go to them. They'll always have an audience of people who will buy their stuff, even if it becomes
It's like
shitty.
It's like the Asian. Isn't that Joy really big because of Asia?
Yeah. In America, the Asian, you can be Asian famous in America, just like you can be black famous in America. You don't have to be like you can
Jeremy
be.
Lin is one of the highest paid athletes in the world. I think he's worth like $150 million. Jeremy Lin. Basically just because he's a famous Asian athlete. It's just he has incredible money made.
I bet he's a moneymaker in those Asian countries.
Yeah, he's like a god.
If you can use his image, if you get the rights to use his image.
China's crazy.
China is fucking crazy.
That's the market to get, but now they're all dead.
Yeah. Well, it's just a whole new group of. It's a whole new. How long have they been a consumer culture? They haven't really. I mean, and they're producers still. I mean, look at most products around you. If you're in America, you might. I mean, I'm in America. Almost all the products around me say "Made in China," "Made in China," "Made in China," "Made in China," "Made in Taiwan." So, Made in America's coming back, baby. I got my Bic lighter. It was made in France or somewhere.
See, I got a new Bic. It says made in Connecticut. I almost said Kentucky.
Oh, the shrooms they're hitting them strong now.
Oh yeah, no, I'm fucking gone, dude. I have no idea really. It's hard.
What's it like? Describe it for the chat.
What's it like?
What's the buzz like right now? You're a writer. Use descriptive words.
I took them roughly 2 hours ago. Since they were in capsules, it was a little bit of onset, or a little bit of a pause in the
yeah.
So right now everything's pretty crazy.
I'm trying to get David Walsh on here. Can someone link him up?
Give him the Discord.
Yeah.
Right. I would say right now everything kind of feels like it's breathing. If that's a proper way to describe things.
That's the way people have said it. Yeah.
Because everything's kind of got that like the pulsing to it. You can see textures on. Because one of the things with hallucinogens I've noticed that it's anything with textures on it, or that seems to have been not really textures or anything with a design on it. The designs seem to kind of move around and play with each other.
That's what I notice when I take shrooms. Is like if I was to look at like what do they call those, like those rugs with the fucking designs on them. If I look at that shit, dude, it starts like where they're like flannel. I'll start if I look at flannel when I'm on like shit like that. Holy shit, dude.
Or like a door with like a wooden like a fake wooden design on it, like looking at wood.
Yeah,
just like
wood. I in my garage here I have the popcorn ceiling. That's like a type of ceiling they'll put on popcorn. It's really ugly. We hate it. We took it mostly off in the house. Yeah, it's all off in the house. We only have it in the garage. But yeah, if I look up at it, it'll kind of start to squirm and move. What I think a lot of hallucinogen is kind of dissolving the barrier between your subconscious and your conscious mind. And something that our conscious mind is doing all the time that we don't know is pattern recognition. Like we're always constantly looking for predators in our peripheral, and we're looking for snakes on the ground and spiders. We're looking for shapes, and we're looking for patterns and things.
Hey,
and our subconscious is always.
Yeah, what's up,
that.
Dave Walsh?
And when you're on shrooms, I think you kind of see that going on in front of you.
Yeah,
hey,
I think that
Cosmic, have you met this Dave Walsh guy?
I've never met David Walsh, but I've heard him plenty. Dave Walsh, big
Hi, how are
fan.
you?
Thanks for coming on the Clickbait or the Pop Vulture program.
You know, I was just watching that Hostbusters stream, And I just wanted to say, dude, that shit was crazy.
Which one?
The last one where Sam Hill, like, fucking, like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. It was just crazy. It made me want to, like, I thought HB was in there. I was going to say, dude, that show is fucking, that shit was kind of ugly, man. This internet shit's kind of getting ugly.
That's been my whole thing, dude. That's how it's kind of people. Yeah,
starting to
obviously
not
it's that
like
whole
it.
trope of people don't act how they act in real life, and yeah, it's true. People are fucking shitty on here. It's like it makes you wonder. It's like the what is that fucking old book
Playing
where the
in the
kids
mud
get
gets
trapped
really,
on the
really
island.
ugly sometimes.
Yeah,
That's the
playing
way
in the
I
mud.
look at it. It's like sometimes playing in the mud gets real ugly.
Once you get pulled into the mud, David, it's like y'all are both just in the muck, you know?
Well, it's like Lord of the Flies.
And here's the thing, to be fair with the
not trying to
Sam
get pulled into
situation,
that.
because that's what you walked in on, the Sam situation. Even if you don't believe it or you believe it or not, Sam has had that coming for a while. You know what I'm saying? That's been a long time coming for old Sam.
What?
But, you know.
I only watched the part where he, like, clicked off because he was, like, talking shit to that black guy, Van Halen, and them two other girls were on there. I only watched, like, an hour of it. And them girls were just bitching at each other like females do, which I personally do not find enjoyable at all.
Yeah, female just nonsense. I hate getting involved with it.
Did you listen to that hood ass black bitch on there a little bit later talking to Sam?
No, it was Ash Republican and Lemonade. That
No,
part of
you're
it.
mixing up the Lemonade stream with the host.
Oh shit, you're right. I am. Yeah.
No, it was Hostbusters, Sam Hill, Lemonade, Ash Republican, Van Halen, and Belland.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I was mixing up a stream too, my bad.
Man, that shit was well, whatever. It's all a big mix-up.
It's been
I
ugly,
can't keep.
hasn't it?
Well, Hostbusters,
Yeah,
Hostbusters docs.
Did
He doxed Sam Hill.
That's ugly. Real? Oh yeah, I think that's.
No,
right.
he didn't. Your first name's not doxing.
Well, that's the rumor.
But he was
okay, how about
accused
that?
of it.
Yeah.
And also, didn't Sam tell like 5,000 different people what his first? Don't tell anybody, but my first name is.
He told
Like,
me
I feel
it.
like everybody got that message. Yeah, I got that message. Ross got it. Like I think Jake.
I never got it, but I 100% do not believe that his real name is Cole.
I don't
at
either.
all. I didn't.
I don't either.
But I
Come
feel like
on,
it's
Sam,
really
you were
hard
just
to-
not this cool, bro. You were just not this cool. No one in real life is this cool.
Just
See, I'm not up on that. What is it supposedly? What is it supposedly?
It's supposed to be Coe, like David Allen Coe. Coe. C-O-E. as the
C-O-E?
first name. Yeah. And maybe it is. I mean,
yeah, it
people
might
have-
just be that weird that his name is that. Who knows?
Could be. Yeah, you're right. We'll give it to
You
him.
know,
yeah.
it does match the personality.
I've said it
He is,
before.
like,
He's either a raving mad lunatic who's been able to stay in character for several years without like breaking character, or everything he says is true.
Could be.
Those
that.
are the two options we're
mix
left
of
with.
Man,
both
that
of
would be
those things.
that's an even better twist. Is like he's just the most genuine person that ever has existed, and we're just
That's
like,
what he tells me.
why are
He's
we
like,
fucking?
click,
Like,
click. You've got
like,
me.
in
You've
private-
had me wrong from the beginning. Click. I'm like,
No, it's
in
like
his
'cause he
private
talks shit
messages, he
about
doesn't
people.
even falter.
He's
from,
not.
like,
Hold
this.
on. We don't hate him because he claims to be cool. We hate him because he low key like shoots slugs at people
I
right in
love
front
him.
of your face.
Oh yeah,
It's
he's
not
an
bad
asshole.
shit.
He's a giant.
I don't
dickhead
hate
to
Sam
everybody.
Hill. But
I
you
love
know what
Sam Hill.
isn't fair is that we all, like majority of us, do show our face and he don't. So it's kind of
Yeah, that's
that's
my
the only thing I
biggest
don't
problem
like.
with Sam.
Yep.
Is the hidden identity shit. It's like, come on, dude. At least like.
Well, it's like
One
even people
picture.
that do show their face, like Clickbait's shown his face, and he showed off his fucking giant steroid arms too. And it's like if Clickbait wanted to,
Had to.
he could talk to pretty much every single one of us, and could be like, "Yeah, you're fucking string being skinny incel, fucking break you with both my fucking biceps." Not even trying, bro. And it,
Before he got muscly.
but it's like, even if that's true, we would still think Clickbait was a fucking douche if he just went around threatening to beat everyone up because he has muscles.
Yeah.
So even if you are
I
this fucking Hollywood looks handsome guy, you're still a fucking scumbag. No one wants to fucking talk to hang out with someone that only talks about how great they are. That's something other people are supposed to say about you.
I'll say this: he's made the last few months very interesting. Love him or hate him.
Doug Pod. Sam.
Yeah. Like I mean,
what-
he's
you know
something to
what?
talk about.
Yeah.
You know?
I guess.
Yeah, well, I've done the threat.
I don't like that. I don't like that cop out.
Can you
Because
imagine
that makes
in
Sam
real
happy.
life? Can you imagine what this dude is like in real life, though? Holy
with his Asian wife.
Well, if he was doxxed, he lives in like a millionaire's mansion.
And
according to
really
the
went to the
address that was
jungle to
given.
buy his wife.
But most people have something to tell about their life. Like all of us has had maybe one or two interesting things happen. Like just be yourself, bro. Like you don't have to like good looks. I was homeless in Hollywood. Fucking my name's Co. Like this sounds like a novel you're telling
But
me.
hey, now listen.
A homosexual producer picked him up and made him do shirtless cocktail.
Do you guys remember Dave Walsh? Are you familiar with the Grigster?
Oh, I hate
barely, you know.
Okay,
barely.
so now Griggy recently he came on a stream as Jared, like his real self, I guess, or whatever. And it was like,
you know, I do know the character. It's like a guy who I don't know. It's a character.
He's like my mother.
I hate Griggy. Me and
You
Griggy
hate
have
Griggy. Let's get into that.
Oh, I don't like Griggy. I've hated him since the beginning of since I watched I don't know, there used to be a chip group. Before any of this even formed, I knew about Griggy.
I don't want to be a dick, but I don't like that character's voice for something.
Well, he dropped it, and he was on a show, and he was kind of like an inside the actor's studio with Hostbuster, and he was
when
like,
he's done the Jared bit, he's a lot more soothable. He's a lot funnier than Griggy. I hate Griggy.
oh, so you like him as Jared? I see. Okay, so you don't hate Jared, you just hate Griggy.
I buy in.
I think I would like the real guy better.
I think
than
my
that character,
hatred of
honestly.
Griggy now has just become like I just don't like Griggy. He's an asshole.
Well, he basically talked about how that's kind of like a shield, how he's able to do, in his opinion, more compelling content as that character, because without it, it's almost like getting drunk, right? Like, you know, you get a little bit more bully and, you know, fucking bolstered and shit like that, right? And as Griggy,
like
he feels like he
Daddy
can
in the
just shoot from the hip, and he's like a fucking, you know, an ace.
It's a character. Yeah, hell yeah. It's Andrew Dice Clay's studded jacket.
Right. He's got his hand over his head, like reaching over, smoking a cigarette.
Smoking a cigarette. Hell yeah.
I do the same
relate
thing,
with
but
that
it's less
'cause,
esoteric
yeah.
with the idea of Dirty Rob. It's the same exact thing I'm doing. I'm not
Right.
even like I'm so much nicer in person. You wouldn't even believe. I
this
basically
Dirty Rob I'm
there's
talking
this,
to?
and then basically and I can also I'm trying to become a college professor. So you can imagine that there's two really radically different sides to how I
Is this Dirty
but
Rob?
I find this cathartic. In a
Yeah,
lot
that's
of
Dirty
the,
Rob, man.
There's a lot of
Dirty Rob
catharsis in
hates
the
me.
internet. In a lot of the way I have fun online, it's just like it's cathartic. It's all just
Dirty
cathartic 'cause
Rob,
no
you're
one's really
tripping right now. But do you hate David Walsh? You just said you hate him.
I don't like stupid people.
Oh.
No, Dirty Rob got in his feelings because I said something, but it's cool, Dirty
No,
Rob.
I just
We're gonna
don't
move
like
on.
dumb people. It's fine.
You guys
I
ready
just
to
don't like
patch
See,
people
things
you
that
up?
sound
don't
like you're getting emotional, bro.
I don't like people that don't have.
Oh, that's such an emotional, bitchy thing to say.
Well, how's he stupid? At least tell me that.
Stupid.
How's he
Can you
stupid?
not, well, listen to him.
That's a way of
Oh.
calling
Tell
somebody
me,
dumb
tell me,
without
what
being
are
like.
your views? What do you think? Do you think
That's a way
vaccines?
of
do you
telling
think
me you think
vaccines
I'm
are
dumb
caused
without
by
straightforward
autism?
saying.
Do you think?
No,
do you think
vaccines are
vaccines
caused
cause
by
autism, Mr. Walsh? What are your
But
explain
that-
some people your
okay.
big views on the world? Was the
No, but
moon
that's
landing
a
fake?
backhanded way. Okay, I'll speak. That's a
Go ahead.
backhanded way of saying
I don't
you're
let retards
dumb.
speak
And,
over me like that. Sorry.
well, we
You're
could
a
take
retard.
turns talking.
You've been to
You're
jail. I
showing-
haven't.
You're
So-
showing your feelings really hard right now. I'm not
So
trying
are
to
you?
play
You're
with
trying to act like you're a lot smarter than you are because
No,
you're like
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
you are.
not.
Listen to the way you're talking.
Wait. Well, Rob.
right,
You asked him
let's
a
start
question.
over.
Rob, you asked him
little
about
bitch.
vaccines. Let him answer the vaccine question. All right, we'll
No,
see
he's
if
not.
he's
He's not going
smarter.
to answer the question.
You won't even let me talk. See, I'm not
He's
trying to
still
play with that,
focused
man.
on the first thing he was focused on. He's not going to answer my vaccines question. Go
Well,
ahead,
you know
David.
what? Let's move on. I'll talk about the vaccines and I'll play along and I'll play whatever you want. What do you want to
No,
talk about?
you
Vaccines?
give me your real opinion on them. Did they
The
cause
real
autism,
opinion
David?
is you gave me a backhanded catty thing you said, and I don't want to fight with you, bro.
I've never given you a
It's
backhanded
2020.
compliment. I just think you're stupid.
See,
There's
there
no,
you go.
there's
At
no,
least
there's
come out
no
and say it. Don't
backhanded.
be
I'm
like
very,
the backhanded.
very. There's no
Okay,
back.
I
What are
can
you talking
accept
about
that.
backhanded?
I
think
can
you're a
accept
stupid
that.
man.
See, but
I don't
you're
like
really
you.
emotional, and I can't talk to emotional people. Don't
So
be
we'll move
emotional.
on then. We'll just move on.
Yeah,
Sorry I brought
see,
it
you're
up.
ruining it. I'm not trying to ruin it.
No, it's all good. I like a good fight, but you guys don't really want to fight, so it's
No,
all good.
I don't want to fight with him. See, there's certain people that I would, and there's certain people I just don't want.
I understand.
I'll fuck you up, dude. You don't want to take this fight, pussy.
Have you ever heard
Who
of
you
Jank and
want?
Flames, David Walsh?
I will
No, I
fuck
have
you
not.
up and make you want to hurt people in real life.
Why are you so angry towards me? What did I do that triggered you so hard?
David, you don't understand who I am as a person. I give everybody the same
You're
response.
triggered as fuck, bro.
But you think he's stupid? Like, I mean,
You think
what
it's
gave
right.
you the
You're
example?
acting
of
so
that?
weird.
way
You're
I
acting like
react-
a broad.
Anybody who comes
Bro,
at
you're
me
acting like
with
a bitch.
any...
I don't want to have to call you
No,
a
David.
bitch, but
you're
you're acting
you're
like one,
acting
bro.
like it's special towards you.
No,
That's what you're
you're acting like a
misinterpreting.
hoe.
No, I give everybody the same.
All right,
If you
fine. You
come
know
at
what?
me
I'm
in a
being
negative
ignorant.
way,
You're right.
I'll
what? I'm
smack
not
the
helping
shit out
things.
of you.
Can we
I'm not
talk
helping
about
things right now,
vaccines?
buddy.
I really want to know his position on vaccines,
I'm
Dirty
not
Rob,
helping
and
things
then
right
you can
now
tear into him.
my statement.
Once you get to know me, David, you'll know that I respond to everybody with a shit-headed level of aggression that just is completely uncalled for.
All right, but for real, I'm not trying to give you a backhanded comment. I'm moving on, and I'm not mad at you. Just I don't want
Listen to the way
anybody
you're
to be
talking.
angry, bro. I'm honestly trying to create harmony.
You bring it up every time you talk, though, so everybody knows that you're not over that. And you single me out. Is
I
that
think
Dirty
he might
Rob?
be busting your balls,
Is that
Dirty
Dirty
Rob.
Rob? Is that dirty? Yeah, I know what he's doing. He's trying to move. He's trying to say that he would destroy me, which he wouldn't.
In a
He's really
fight?
stupid. He really thinks that he's like this slick intellectual by doing what he's doing, and everybody sees through it. Look at
I don't know. See, Rob's on shrooms right now, bro. So like, I'm taking him with like. I feel like he might be.
All right,
it's understandable that he's like a little
putting lot
paranoid.
of things on me.
Yeah, I don't feel that way about him, Dirty Rob. I don't think he's coming at you like that.
Listen to his faggot ass tone. Listen to his pussy's tone.
Oh.
So you guys must not get along before all this. I guess.
Is that what you want? You want to just fight on a phone?
I mean, you can. I want to hear it. Let's go. Dave Walsh, unleash. He wants it.
What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Sit here and call him?
Call him all kinds of bitches.
Beat your ass.
Because I've made fun of him on about the way he goes after people online.
You're stupid.
So he's trying to come up with a new way of going at people.
Can I say what's going on here? I think that
So him coming at me like that would just make me look very right about who. David
I think
is.
David Walsh represents somebody in your real life that you can't stand. And so, like, it's so easy to attribute.
I don't have people that would bother me. I'm a very confrontational person.
Well, I'm
by the
not
way.
trying to bother you.
People
Hey,
like
check it out.
David, I just call him retarded in real life.
the Dirty
All
Rob
right,
side.
you know what?
Right?
I'm up, bro.
No,
I'm
in
up.
real life,
English
I don't
professor.
know the English. I don't take kindly to retards.
Like
I don't
if
like
David
them.
walked into your English class,
How would you treat David if he came in as a student? You know,
He would never be in. He wouldn't be in a college.
Why do you think
setting.
David's
This
stupid?
guy-
Why do you,
A lot of
I think
feelings.
David, you sound a little bit like a meathead, but that don't like.
No, just
like,
I've
I
listened
have
to
a
him.
Southern accent.
I've
Like,
listened to this guy.
People think that if you have a Southern
too
accent,
many
you're stupid.
emotions.
So I don't like judging people on the way they sound.
There's
I know a
too
lot
many
of Southerners
emotions
who are.
going
No, this
on.
guy hates
Man.
intellectualism. He hates the ideas of college. Just
That's
listen,
what I think
Eventually,
bothers
once you get to know
You're
David
placing-
Walsh, you'll be like, oh, okay,
You're
yeah,
placing
no.
too many
College people are
thoughts on me.
sensitive.
I've made my decisions based on months of listening to this guy.
he thinks you're like a Owen Benjamin type all the way, right? That's a lot of that's just shtick. I'm guessing. I would have to guess, like the whole flat Earth thing. How you tried to like troll.
You know what? You know what? Honestly,
Like I think there's a lot
bro,
less
if I
shtick
have
on
to keep
YouTube than you might
fighting,
think.
if I have to keep fighting, I just can't do it, bro. I don't want to fight with everyone.
I get it, man. I'm kind of the same way, man. They know it. I get called soft and a pussy, but
I don't even want to be confrontational.
it gets you nowhere.
Like I don't even want to win.
The
Whatever
retard's
winning
brain
is
can't
in this
handle much.
How do you win over the phone fighting with somebody? Both people lose. Everybody loses.
The viewers win, but that
Yeah.
you're right. Overall,
Yeah,
you're
but
right.
Fuck that.
That's our whole mantra is fuck the chat. That's like what we've been saying since day one.
You know, I just really wanted. You know what I came on here to talk about was how crazy miserable that stream between Sam Hill and Hosty and all them people. It just seemed so ugly and nasty, right?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's like that, but don't you have to take the good with the bad? They all can't be home runs.
Man,
you know?
bro, this shit is. It's just a bunch of.
Wait, what? I don't get what part of that. Like, do you watch Sans Entertainment at all ever?
No, I can't do that.
Okay, well, back
you guys
in the day,
know those retard noises that people make when they go. This is what David sounds like to me when he talks.
So mean. You really are dirty.
But it's like, but I really feel like this man has something going on with his like soul or his mind or something off.
No, you're just stupid, dude.
I've never heard Dirty Rob like this. This is like a new side of him.
Yeah,
like I like it. I mean, it's confrontational.
I just don't like.
Talking to Robert the whole time.
I like David Walsh, but I like a good fight.
His name is dirty. He's a dirty, nasty, like 5'6". Like
you destroy him in a fight. He'd admit that.
He's disgusting. This is a disgusting human, inside and out. Listen to how he's speaking. We already know you're useless to even fight with, bro. You're not even on the level to fight with.
The second you start fighting with me, I already win.
Pick a topic and debate it. Vaccines.
Come into the mud.
Let's get to the issues.
I'm 5'6", and I think you'd be surprised, my friend.
It don't matter. Short people can whoop a tall person's ass all day, but he seems like a bitch.
Dave Walsh, don't fight him. Debate him. Prove. I mean, show him that you're not a dummy. Pick a topic.
I feel like I could also beat up David too. Like
Dirty Rob.
No. Come on, man.
Dirty Rob.
I just use
Dirty Rob is
I
huge.
mean, who cares? My fucking brother was in the Mossad, so was my dad. Like, you don't think I know how to do things to people? Your uncle was not in the Israeli Mossad. Fucking retarded liar. What the fuck was my uncle?
This is Dirty Rob. This is who he is. My daddy was this. My brother was this.
No, I'm just saying genetically. Do you know what I've been? Okay, well, all right, man.
You're not a man on your own. You're talking about other people.
I'm just explaining to what I've been trained. I'm just giving you my training.
But check it out. Dirty Rob. You're a bitch, and we feel it, bro. You could just know when a man is a bitch, and you're a bitch.
Dirty Rob's like the Jewish Jason Bourne. Well, fuck your ass up, Dave Walsh.
No, basically, dude.
There, David, bro. You got it out of me.
Your brother and your dad are in the Mossad.
You got what you want.
You've been trained your entire life a certain way. I could probably beat the fuck right out of you.
Well, all I'll say is David Walsh came on as a guest of mine. I'm not upset.
By the way, David,
he's not soft. I know he can take it. So go ahead.
Guess what, David? I talk like this to everybody I perceive to be stupid, and I'm a very confrontational.
I perceive you to be a dumb bitch who's
people
really
are afraid
stupid,
to come.
Who calls people stupid because he's an idiot. So
Not
you have
really.
to call people stupid because you're
only
stupid.
dumb people think I'm stupid.
Bro, you're on an element.
Only dumb people think I'm stupid. How come college professors fucking love my dude? You're stupid.
Only stupid people call me stupid, Dirty Rob.
Yeah, only stupid people do that.
Only stupid people call me stupid, Dirty Rob. That's what you just said. You're retarded. You're just dumb. Only stupid people
David
call
Walsh,
me retarded, Dirty Rob.
Do you like poetry at all?
I'm gone, bro. I can't deal with this. It's too bad. It's too sad.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Rob's usually not like this. I don't know. It's like
Oh no! Do you leave?
Yeah.
I'll be quiet if David wants to hang out.
Come back another time, Dave. No, it's cool. You were being real. That's what it's about. But he
went after me, by the way.
When?
He said, "Is that Dirty Rob?" He doesn't like me. He started it.
You went at him, but
it was mutual. There was obviously something going on between you two.
And he was waiting for it. He was also as soon as he knew it was you, he knew it was coming.
He started some shit. He said, "Is that Dirty Rob?" I gave him what he wanted.
That's true.
That's true. I don't know.
I do want to know what he feels about vaccines, though, and I do like David Walsh. I can understand why. Okay, so like you think he's not smart based on like his whole flat Earth.
I shouldn't have been so mean to that guy. I feel bad kind of now, if I'm being honest.
No, I was waiting for that.
You come back on.
Dude. You got to take it easy. That isn't acid. You're gonna feel guilty for that shit.
Yeah, no, I feel kind of bad.
Because you gotta
love
and respect like
I gotta have a cig real quick. I'll be right back, you guys. I'm sorry for fucking that up.
Go ahead. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about what happened, and
Because let me put it this way. I don't know who
mean for no reason.
In the chat, what do you guys think? What just happened? I mean,
let me put it this way: if I become famous and I needed a security guard, I don't know if I would hire Dirty Rob over David Walsh. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need everybody on the planet, bro. Like, everybody has a place on the planet, and you can't just, like, I don't know.
I think wisdom is also something that can't be measured in, an SAT score. There's something to be said about life decisions that people make versus what they know and what they can cram in their head. Dirty Rob, like I said, also, I think what a lot of people do on here, because there's no way people, unless you hang out in the Discord 24/7, there's no way you know people good enough to attribute so much hate to them. You're obviously scapegoating some type of person that's like that person. Yeah, I mean, you're channeling that.
Hell yeah.
There's no other way that you can get into that mode with somebody where you're fucking just, there's somebody he knows that's like David Walsh that he hates. It's such a stupid fuck that is a meathead.
Oh, if I was like, no, I'm telling, I swear on everything that is inside of me. I'm like this to anybody who is like that. For some reason, I have this weird effect on big retarded people where they're afraid to fight me in person. And I'll just demean them.
Well, have you ever heard of what is it called? Body theory or something like that? Like if I was to ask you guys, think of somebody who's jolly, all right? Now, what kind of body type did you think of?
He was a big guy.
Right, exactly. Now, if I said think of somebody mean, usually you're going to think like a mean lady.
They look like me.
Skinny,
they look
usually.
Like me. Big beard, and they're just looking at you with their gaunt body.
It just happens to be the way that we think. If I say think of a hero, you're gonna think of somebody who's kind of jacked and built. It's just there's what do they call? Yeah, body type theory.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
I think I was just being mean.
I think you were just being entertaining. It's all right. It's funny. You were Sam Hill in it, basically. You went full Sam Hill, bro.
It would have been cool.
It's kind of fun,
but it was also cool to watch that. I mean, you guys had to get that out.
It was built up because there is a type of people I don't like, and it's people like Sam Hill, or not like Sam Hill. I don't mind people like it's.
Oh, he's gonna come after you now. You attacked his boy.
If he, it's more like with people like David. If you've heard his views on things, I don't like people like him. They have this supreme anti-intellectualism, and I really hate people like that.
But you know what, dude? Challenges. You're a fucking an academic. Challenge his ideas, not his character. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm also on hard drugs, so it's a little
I know. That's why I took you with a grain of salt. I understood. Like I got the whole thing.
This isn't a debate. He's trying to hurt feelings.
I know. He wasn't having a debate either.
Trying to solidify his points about vaccines.
Right.
Yeah, I tried to go with the vaccines because he'd have been like, well, they cause autism. And then it's like, well, you guys know what we're dealing with now, right?
Yeah, I think it does. It probably does. But just like anything, there's side effects with anything. I mean, I don't.
Autism is going to have, it's prenatal autism.
I just don't like needles.
Like we knew my sister was going to have all sorts of autisms when she came out. It wasn't going to be a secret.
I think the autism claims gets kind of like it's used to smear other people's like legitimate concerns. Like last year, the government paid out like $5 billion to their what is it called? The vaccine injury compensation program.
There is legitimate concerns with vaccines.
Yeah, people on the internet, people on the internet who throw out the polio argument and the all those old vaccines, like they don't ever talk about how hygiene is highly like related to all of that. Like we were coming out of the Depression and people were not sharing bath water anymore and actually could afford detergents and soaps, and like that had a lot to do with like when the vaccines for all these like the popular ones like polio and stuff are talked about, like it literally correlates with like hygiene as well. Like and then when you look at the other countries where they still have the vaccines but they still suffer from these issues, it's because of it's a hygiene issue, and nobody ever talks about it. They disingenuously go, well, if it wasn't for vaccines, polio. And it's like, dude, like, you're not being as fair with that as you could be. And like I said, there's a whole federal. I mean, we have a whole thing called a vaccine court. Like we had to make special courts to quietly take care of these families who are damaged.
But it's like if he would have went with the general, they cause people to become autistic. It's like, no, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
There's actual things, vaccines.
Well, I don't know. You got to look into a Chinese study about brain swelling and how that leads. I don't know. You'd have to look into it for yourself. But there's because autism is prenatal. But there's a whole. It was a Chinese study. I didn't look too far into it. I didn't care as much.
The Chinese.
Hey, Aggro, can you put fucking Dirty Rob's head on the Bear Jew and then have David Walsh in the picture too? Thank you.
Oh God.
All right, go ahead.
Well, I like the idea of having memes. I like being memed up. I'm happy that one day memes will happen.
Yeah, I want his head on the Bear Jew, and then I want David Walsh's head on the nervous captain that's kneeled down. Thank you. He'll have that done in about 5 minutes. Isn't that not Wendy, Aggro?
Someone on my stream said I look more greasy and red than when the stream started. Yeah, I'm tripping balls. Mr.
Wendy thought I was talking to her. Oh, Wendy. What if it was
Wendy's
instead of
hilarious.
Raven Simone, it was like, that's so Wendy.
Could you imagine where she'd be in life if that unfortunate circumstances with her birth didn't happen to her? That's so sad to think. Because you can see
famous.
the moments. I know. I genuinely think she might actually be a lot more famous because you could see the moments of like with the I know the puppets don't really say much, but
the glimmer is brilliant.
There's glimmers of she could have been a writer somewhere making good amounts.
It's like
of money,
Beetlejuice, right? Look at Beetlejuice. He's so entertaining. He's just a natural entertainer.
Yeah.
It's I think with Wendy.
Too bad he's stupid, right, Dirty Rob?
What's up?
He's a dummy.
Well, no, but they don't. They don't pride themselves on being intellectuals.
I know. Oh, Wendy doesn't.
I think that's my biggest thing. The dumb people who try to present themselves as smart. It's like, man, you've said you don't like smart people. Quit trying to be smart.
Man, that's why I'm so humble.
The intellectualism, that stuff is only being heightened up more and more because of the social sciences at college have gotten.
I'm also a big Jew, and I really don't like people shitting on what our people have created. It's just at the base of it, it's really
interest rates?
Jews have really. No, I mean most of the sciences, the social science, everything people shit on. It's I mean, that stuff Jews created.
They're saying intellectual is cringe. AOC says that in the chat.
Yeah, it's Americans. They don't like the idea of people being smart.
Right. Yeah.
That's
in other countries. They don't cringe at that. They wouldn't like David Walsh's views.
Yeah, but then those other countries succumb to socialism.
But you got to understand, I'm also
ideologies like postmodernism. Postmodernism is designed to appease to intellectuals. Intellectuals can almost be just as easily manipulated as stupid people.
Well, there's people who think Greta Thunberg is smart. Right?
She's not. She's not even.
Oh no, she's brilliant. Don't say that, Rob.
What's her solution? Nothing.
Right.
This is you're a loudmouth.
I feel bad for that little girl. I honestly do.
I do because she's being used by evil people who don't have a solution to the problem.
Imagine what you believed when you were 16, and how fired up you were about shit, and then to have people use you as a puppet and just to get shit on, by everybody.
It would be a bad idea if fired up 16-year-old Rob and his anti-Islamic ideas would have pumped out.
See, to be judged by, just to have a frame shot. I'm glad, man. I'm so glad that this shit, mainly Facebook and shit,
Israeli accent, killed them all.
Came out when I was older. I said dumb shit anyway when I was in my 20s anyway. But I mean,
I had to grow
not
up
too
real
dumb,
quick.
I guess. But now it's getting to the point where even my aunts and uncles will share raunchy ass shit, and I'm like, I guess nobody cares anymore. They're just fuck it, I'm letting my freak flag fly. Fuck it.
Yeah, we're at that age, or we're at the time period in history where it's definitely. Yeah, everyone's
even people like me who are super proud Zionists are like, hey, we could just be out now too, right? This is fine.
Now, a Zionist, that's somebody who wants
People still
Jews
don't like
in control of everything, right?
No, you know what a Zionist is? Someone who just wants a proud Israeli state. We are, I think people who are Zionists are completely
you're against
painted
Hamas.
as some of the most evil people in the world. Really, we just want Israel to exist. That's what a Zionist is. We believe in Israel.
And you want Hamas to be wiped off
the face of the earth. Yeah, because they're a terrorist group.
They're bad people, yeah.
Funded by the they're an Iranian terrorist like subgroup. I mean, that's brainwashed. If you can't tell, I won't back down on Hamas.
Isn't this the way it works? Like Saudi Arabia, they will fund terrorism, and they have their own like terrorist division, but they won't allow any terrorism to happen inside their border of their kingdom. Isn't that how it works?
Yeah, that's how they work. They're bad too. They need to be stopped. The whole Middle East, they need to let the Turks recontrol the Middle East. As soon as they stop letting, as bad as this sounds, if you go back and look at it, the Ottoman Empire was the most peaceful time for the Middle Eastern empire. Like the Middle East was pretty goddamn peaceful under the rule of the Ottomans because they they put everybody where they belonged properly, and everybody was like, all right, now there's not gonna be that much fighting. The Jews were allowed to exist in the empire. They had a pretend Israel. Now we have an official Israel. It's not like it's basically I think we need the Ottomans back in control, and that's it.
But as you grow, that's not going to be enough. You're going to have to
no,
you're talking about usable land too. Some of that shit, like if it's a mountain, what the fuck are you going to do with that? Or a dry stretch of desert. So it's like you'd almost have to stretch along the coast.
A lot of the reason these people don't like each other is weird religious shit. It's so deep. It's so deep. It's so much deeper than that, man. You would think it's resources.
Cosmic has a certain viewpoint on the Jews. I'll let him talk for a second.
No, I'm not gonna get into it right now, especially in his state. But I will say, this actually kind of, it's funny, Rob. You kind of talk shit about religion, and you kind of talk about Americans not being intellectual. The thing that's different about America, and we kind of had this vibration for a second in the 90s and maybe the early 2000s, but the fact is, in America, we view our country's destiny and our spiritual destiny completely separate. Whereas you guys have a weird spiritual connection, like your religion is a part of your politics.
I know the irony and the hypocrisy of somebody.
One day you'll come to terms with that.
No, I know what my.
One day you'll study the Zionists and the Babylonian Talmud. You ever read the Babylonian Talmud?
I have a lot of. I understand people's hatred of Zionism and the controlling.
And that's kind of sad. You should look up kind of who was behind the Young Turks and why the Ottoman Empire fell and who was responsible for that. But that's another story, another time, another place. But yeah, Hamas is a terrorist organization, but it's almost in an Africa situation where it's a warlord that has taken over a destabilized situation. If the area wasn't destabilized, I don't know if it would look that way.
You know what helps me sleep?
When a place becomes destabilized, sometimes violent warlords become the quasi leaders of those areas.
You know what helps me sleep at night is that I like to blame individuals, I guess, for their actions. If you think like that, it's like you don't get into all this conspiratorial. I mean, it's fun to kind of dance around and that kind of shit, but it's like
people funding these warlords also will not allow the state to. Do you know why there's no peace right now between the two sides? Because these same people that are funding these these warlords of Hamas, basically they're stuck up on one fucking side of the agreement that Israel exists. That's the whole holdup, that they can't admit Israel exists. They've gotten every piece of land that they've wanted, and then some, in these talks. And now they really just can't go, well, yeah, Israel's a state. That's what the holdup is? We don't care about the fucking West Bank. They can have it. Really, go look up the most recent peace talks and why they failed.
Yeah, they had a two-party. They had a two-party solution that it did it was the greed on the Palestinian side. And I don't know if that reflects how the people on the ground feel, or if that's how the people who are in charge of the talks feel. because definitely the last thing the Jews they did the best. They gave a pretty good offer.
Oh,
They
guys
was trying to make it seem like
so
they had some
funny.
the Palestinians. We gave them a fabulous deal, and they didn't want it. It was a deal for peace. It wasn't a fabulous deal. It was a deal for peace, and Palestinians were
majority of what they wanted.
Yeah. It was agreed on the Palestinian side too.
They win that argument, and we wind up suffering a little bit.
It's almost like if you guys just didn't show up there in the 40s.
Did you bully David Walsh on my show? I'm thinking about this right now.
Did I? I probably did.
You know what I gotta do, guys, just to spice things up and to cool this Jew
let's stop talking about Jew stuff because I get really like
you're very Jewish.
Guys, just what you need to walk away with in your free time, look up the Babylonian Talmud and the trial of Jesus. And that's all you'll need to know about Zionism. There we go. Go ahead.
I think we got about 15 minutes before I fucking kill this thing, so hang tight with me, guys, for a few more, and then I gotta go back into something here. Yeah, go ahead. Do what you gotta do, man.
More beer, real fast.
Yeah, do your thing.
We'll break from the Jew stuff because
it's too real for me, dude.
It's you know how I get Jews? I can't think clearly either, so I'm just kind of just like pro-Israel. This is all that's running through my head.
Let's get people.
Fuck, dude.
Comic really said that. LOL. Rosefly, what the fuck? What was coming? I didn't think he was an addict, but obviously he was. Nigga, when I met Cosmic Brother Cam, he made his living on this street with a ukulele. And like collecting tips. He doesn't do that anymore.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Last video, he washed his windows.
You start a business, and for him, that's
when
like
I saw that window washing video, I was like, wait, why are you washing windows?
Once you become industrious.
You took a step down in his eyes.
That ended a while ago. By the way, that's almost a year ago by that.
That tax-free money.
Drugs, obviously, he's a hippie.
Kyle told me once that I sold out.
Obviously, drugs.
Sold out? To RDA?
No, it's window washing.
Sold out to the man, stupid. I would never do that. I would never get a job.
I would never start a business.
I would never actually contribute to the economy.
You know that I make money off my craft.
Do.
Does he say quaft? I don't know. Maybe I made that.
That's how he would say it, though.
I make it off my quaft.
Cornball.
Yeah, he does do that. So maybe, maybe I was on the right path.
Yeah, it would be about the same. It's the same.
It's my favorite type of macaroni and cheese. It's quaffed also.
Hard. He had a girl, by the way.
But I can't afford it.
He had a girlfriend too, because me and him would do bets and he'd lose them and he'd have to donate me money. And
that's true, Cosmic. You did make bets with him about people, and you did lose, and you did donate some of your hard-earned cash.
I did, yeah. I never donated, but I did lose bets to Kyle. I always say that.
He remembers this shit. It's weird how he has like moments of extreme clarity.
Crazy.
You say autism is crazy?
Yeah, autism works in some of the craziest fucking ways. I got a sister.
Oh, who's this?
Do you remember when we were 7? No.
Who that? Oh, it's Helen. Oh, we're just listening to more of Cosmic's bashing. It actually is pretty long and pretty brutal.
It would be his girlfriend's credit card. The girlfriend's gone. So nigga doesn't have a girlfriend, and he no longer has a ukulele. He doesn't do street shows.
You used to do a minstrel show, right? Is that what they're saying?
Yeah, I did.
I don't know what the fuck you...
Wait, what is a minstrel show? That's blackface, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the blackface with the lips and bug eyes.
Oh, God, no, you didn't do that. I don't think that would fly.
Wait, wait. The minstrel show were the actual black people. When black people would, coon it up for white people.
Oh, hey, mammy!
Yeah, really coon it up.
I
can't remember exactly. Yeah.
Red lips. That's crazy. What the fuck are they doing?
Not blackface, but they just put red lips on black people just to, make them look ridiculous.
What the fuck?
That shit was hilarious.
Why?
No, it was darkly offensive.
And the
is hilarious.
I love to go when I go through like East Texas. I love to look for it, and I don't have any. I always say I'm going to start collecting them. I really am because I see them all, and I know these are going away. These are going to go away soon.
Cosmic, I dare you.
The mammy figurines, like all the blackface.
You should get those.
I need to start buying them.
Start collecting those, bro.
In like 20, 30 years, you could probably sell those for a small fortune because those are very unique.
I've been looking for those, and I see them, but sometimes I don't really like them. But I'm looking for. I want a 10 Newport advert with white people on it from like the 70s when they were marketed towards white people, like on the beach. I want one of those for my room for some reason.
Yeah, those are
classic. Cosmic. You should just fucking go in dashiki, but then also go in Sambo, and go down the street and live stream it and see what happens, dude. People would be so confused.
The blackface would be bad. The blackface would be bad. That's the
only
thing. I could
like longer beard. I look more and more Arabic. It stinks.
You should like it. You should.
I do like it. I do like the
Osama bin Laden going.
I got the Osama bin Laden vibe. It really is
like
kind
a fucking sand person from Star Wars.
I look more intimidating.
Do y'all think we actually killed him? I don't know. If
I think he was probably already dead. Like,
I thought he was on
bad shape. Like he was already like living in the mountains and shit.
Yeah.
Wait, who we talking about?
Obama. I think it was a political stunt for Obama. I think it was so convenient for it to happen right before his second running.
Who made the joke that they just kind of had him on sitting on ice and they were ready to wheel him? Yeah, they were ready to wheel him out.
What did you do with the baddest, most evil human on earth? Flushed him down the toilet. Threw him in the ocean. Like the story they told us.
I don't want to know what the actual killing of this dude might have looked like, but whatever we got fed was bullshit.
I even will go so far. They might have killed somebody who looked like him. You know what I'm saying? But it's just he was already an old man with bad kidneys whenever 9/11 happened.
And they probably found his body just like half decomposed in some shitty case in Afghanistan, and they went, "Oh man, this doesn't end good."
And Patrice was like, and everybody who kills someone famous, they always take a look what the fuck I just did picture. You say nobody took a picture of what they just did?
Yeah, that Ed O'Neill guy.
Like, give him the Abu Ghraib.
Yeah.
Yeah, how the hell is Ed O'Neill going to be like this most like boisterous, like I killed bin Laden, but just no evidence?
No evidence of it. I did it though. I got him. It was just me. It was the whole SEAL team. And then some of the SEALs died after. It was weird. My dad was like, he worked with he was the fathers of a SEAL team. He had some terrible, unfortunate like helicopter crash or something.
Yeah, fuck helicopters, dude. Ways. That's what I've learned lately.
Yeah, fuck. Well, nah, I think the LeBron situation was like Bill Burr talked about it. No, Kobe. Yeah, Kobe. Bill Burr talked about how like helicopters are scary because like the parts have mileage on them. Like helicopters have low mileage. Like you can only use one until you basically have to replace the whole thing. Helicopters are actually relatively cheap.
But you know what I'm saying? Parts around, don't they?
But, I don't know, but I just know Kobe. He wasn't like taking care of his shit like he should have been. Yeah, cutting corners, and he really should.
And they were also flying when they probably shouldn't have been. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah, I think that's what they said, right?
It was really they grounded all the all the LA police had grounded their copters, but Kobe was like, Kobe, we're gonna fly over these mountains. No, you aren't.
He does, but he doesn't do street shows. You know him as a girlfriend. What the fuck Cosmic is doing?
The only time Kobe shot got blocked.
I just see this white dude with dreads living in like a closet. So I can't tell you what happened, but he said nothing and nobody. So
he's so mean. What the fuck, Kyle?
I live in a
He's
closet.
Gotta chill out.
I'm renting out a closet. It's pretty good rent though. It's like,
he's such a mean man.
Jesus.
What
See,
a
I didn't even
guy.
know this was all transpired. This all happened tonight. I'm still like taking on the impact of it all. Really,
you should go on there and address every point.
I should do a rebuttal. I should replay all this and be like, I've never done crack in my life. I don't live in a closet. In fact, it's a whole entire house I live in.
Point out how far he's fallen from grace, motherfucker.
Yeah, true that.
This is your 4th apartment in a year, my friend.
Yeah, you could crack him, get him back. Go on there, it'd be hilarious.
I could show the Dez. GoFundMe page with the disabled vet. Just Jesus, come on, Kyle.
That's the thing. Kyle could always spin it.
He still says I made that up. He says I made it up. Since
You used to fight for my freedoms. Now you're just begging on YouTube. That's
You're
sad.
attacking a disabled black veteran.
One thing I do like, he doesn't typically go SJW route, and I don't think he would do that to me. Sometimes he'll try to, but he'll only do it if he thinks you'll be tripped up by it. But he knows I'll nigga, you can suck the white privilege out of my dick, nigga. Shut up.
He made it already. It's beautiful. I wish I could put this up on my screen.
Oh no.
If you want to see it right now, Agro's got the Dirty Rob Bear Jew picture up. It's great. David Walsh, I'm sorry you got viciously attacked by a rabid Jew tonight, but he was thirsty and so were you. So it is what it is.
There must be some Jewish holiday coming soon.
See, like Dave Walsh, he was going like 20, but Dirty Rob was going like 0 to 100. That's what happened. That's what was going on tonight. If we're gonna
David Walsh was on the access road and fucking Dirty Rob was going down the Autobahn like he was running from Nazis.
Dirty Rob floored it. He hit the nos. He and Dave Walsh was fucking
redline that bitch.
Okay,
he was still merging. That was the problem.
Yeah, he's like, okay, let me see. I'm trying to get into this lane.
Fucking ran down on that nigga, bro. Like shit. You fuck.
Whoops. I don't fucking like stupid people. And
it was steam that needed to be released. Don't feel bad. The steam was gonna happen.
We hit the Greek fire. That's what that was.
It was a point of no return. Oh no, poor David Walsh.
I want to thank everybody for coming on tonight. Dirty Rob, Dave, Cosmic, of course, Helen.
Over on my channel for
last
a while.
but not least, and even you, Snoopy Doggo. You've been here all night. Everybody in chat, man. The usuals, you guys are all beautiful. Have a great night, guys.
Stay black.
Yep.
All right. Good night. All right. Time to get some pussy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah.